Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Deck Sim live stream today. It is the 8th of July 2022. It's 9:34 in the morning here in the UK. We're back in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we are in the Just Flight BAE 146-300 variant. This is the second time we've been in this aircraft. Just Flight sent me a copy of their pre-release aircraft some time ago, and I've been wanting to fly this for some time. And Flightbeam Studios, I've been in contact with as well. They've also sent me a copy of their Auckland scenery and their Wellington scenery, which is where we are today. We're in New Zealand. We're going to be doing just the one sector. I was planning on doing 2 sectors, but this is the only possible opportunity I've had to stream. I'm actually flying later this evening. I've got a late departure around 5-6 o'clock in the evening, so I thought, why not do a little short stream in the morning? Not only because it's the only time available, secondly, it does give a great opportunity for people who can't always watch live to watch live. So it's a lovely Friday evening over in Oceania and Eastern Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and we are streaming today 12 hours behind live time. So, albeit whatever time it is in New Zealand at the moment, I think it's 8:30 in the evening, it's 8:30 in the morning here, so we can enjoy the scenery, albeit I haven't chosen the best day to go flying in New Zealand. Weather here in Auckland, a little bit grey, misty and rainy, but over in Wellington, they've got winds of up to 35 knots, gusting, at least down the runway, so it's going to be quite good fun flying this aircraft on that approach. With its slow approach speed, our ground speed is probably going to be about 100 knots or so. Really, really fun to do that. Who we got here in chat? We've got Andre Bjorn. Hello, he says to you. Joseph from Mitzel. Good evening, everyone. He says, Jordan Todd, nice to see you here. Fantastic idea. Bossman, thank you very much. You could, of course, watch live. I hope you're doing well over in New Zealand. Bernie Powell's here. Hello from Australia. Sammy Tech Cookie is here. Nictis, the Fly APUs. Yes, we've got 5 APUs today. Fabi Hansi, good morning to you as well. Hop up 36, good evening from New Zealand. Kia ora to all my people from New Zealand and friends there. If you're at work, going to be flying alongside me, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Tom Hates Cats, yo, Thailand man is here. I remember you from Thailand. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Andy is in a lay-by in Cambridgeshire. Thank you very much. I hope you can stay with us as long as possible before you have to go on to your job. Nice to see you here. P-Test, Paul Shoesmith. VNAV Speed over in Turkey, if I remember rightly, and Meekan Dubs here as well. But nice to see lots of people here, as usual. Patrick James from Wellington. How windy is it there, Patrick? I'm looking at the METAR, looking very windy indeed. I hope you batten down the hatches. Domino Mosina, Kia ora, come only to say hello. Wish I could stay, but I'm at work. Thank you very much for popping in, nonetheless, to Domino Mosina. Excellent. Well, here we are in Auckland. We all know how beautifully stunning Microsoft Flight Simulator is. This is the Flightbeam Studios add-on for this airport, and it's absolutely stunning, the quality of this. I've got Wellington scenery as well. That's just, the interior of this is amazing. I mean, you can see all the wave breakers here, the quality here, all excellent. So I'm going to have a little quick tour of the airport just to show you around here, just to say thanks to Flightbeam Studios for sending it over. It's $20, which I think is very reasonably priced. One of the highest quality add-ons I've seen here. We've got all the apron areas. I'm over on a remote standby. I can't exactly remember where, but here we are. We've got live on VATSIM, of course. We have ATC, full ATC, it looks like, for the entire sector. We've got British Airways here, lots of Air New Zealand, American Airlines, lots of aircraft too. Here is the main apron. There we are. I'm on standard 70 in the 146. We'll have a look at that shortly. Welcome aboard there, RB, as a member. I hope you're well. Thank you very much for joining. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. You get invited to our members-only Discord. I hope you enjoy using the custom motion chat. Thank you very much indeed. Here we are. Look, I mean, it's very vast, this airport, but look at the details and all the little objects placed here. We've got over here some hangars, Air New Zealand Engineering Services. I think the tower interior is modelled or something I saw on the video blurb, but if you are an avid user of Microsoft Flight Simulator and you want to explore New Zealand, this is a great add-on here. Now you can see all the fuel houses. I mean, look at all the interiors here. It's great. I mean, I think this has opened up so many opportunities for scenery developers to make really high quality sceneries. And there is, mate. Let's go in here. I mean, look, even in they've even got the binoculars modelled and the screens. I mean, you've got a very retro late 80s, early 90s telephone there. There we go, Flightbeam Studios. I don't think that... Oh, I want my money back. Look, they haven't updated it to be the actual time and wind on the computer. Unbelievable. It's amazing, isn't it? Look at the quality. Anyway, let's go over to our aircraft, and here she is, the Just Flight BAE 146. We've got the 300 variant in Alpaca Airways colours, completely cold and dark. I'm going to be following the included Microsoft Flight Simulator interactive checklist, but not only that, the PDF document which comes with this product as well. Now, I really like the amount of detail Just Flight put in here. This is their PDF for their their add-on. It's 260 pages. I'm following the pre-flight checks here from page 183, but look how detailed this manual is. You got information about all the systems. I really like this. If you really want to delve deep into the simulation of an add-on, to have this sort of documentation manual is really rewarding, and they've just like quite good with this sort of stuff. All their aircraft, even the Hawk, they've got a lot of detailed manuals about all the systems. But I actually follow, every time I've flown this while streaming, I follow the tutorial, albeit I'm not flying that routing, but the setup is sort of, it gets it all set up in the correct way. But yeah, it's looking really nice in Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. Let me just do this, and I'll reset my drone cam. But yeah, I mean, you've already probably seen the exterior model before. But there we are in G Lizzie, Queen Elizabeth's favourite form of transport is the 146. But there you go. You can see the anhedral of the wings very clearly from the front here. There's the 2 of the 4 hair dryers. Yeah, I mean, like all aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator, the exterior model is absolutely stunning. And look at the bogies in the gear here. Like, such a clunky old thing, really. Someone had to design that and make sure that all folded in correctly. But I've heard this aircraft's quite easy to land. But I'd love to have a go in real life. Anyway, let's board the aircraft through the air stairs. There we go. You can see here we've got our lovely fabric interior here at Alpaca Airways, and I'll get myself through the front door and sat into the cockpit. There we go. Let me just reset the cameras there. Oh yeah, very professional. Right, so is the tower running Windows XP? Unbelievable job. Probably is in real life. Probably a lot of outdated PCs there. John P. Padfield. So when you get the start APU button, is it just random which one starts up? Unbelievable. A lot of banter for the 146 today. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. So I'm going to go over here. Now, since release, I think the version I tested, the pre-release version, didn't have an EFB, but they do have one now, which is pretty cool. You can sync up your SimBrief operational flight plan. You can sync your Navigraph charts as well. It'd be great to be able to select multiple charts. I think you can only select one chart at a time, which is a bit of a pain, but that's not too bad. And then you have a quick access to the aircraft here. Import SimBrief OFP payload. No, I don't need to do that because I've already manually done that, so I'll press cancel. So we'll get some ground power connected. I've already pressed cold and dark, which is the state here. We need to load up the fuel later, so pretty much happy as it is here. We're going to have 125 passengers, and now I'm going to run through the pre-flight check. So you've got 2 ways of doing this. You can either open up the checklist here, which I have as I think it's Control-C, isn't it, for the shortcut? No, what's that brought up there? Oh no, that's basic controls. What is it for? Checklist, just for future reference. Oh, Shift C. Okay. So you can bring this up at any point here. The flight deck safety checklist is what we're going to run through there now. So landing gear verified down. Weather radar is off and up 15 degrees. It does turn on, but I don't think it's modelled in Microsoft Flight Simulator yet. Why it's up so high, I'm not so sure. With the tilt, we have it 5 degrees in the 7.3 for takeoff and arrivals. Transponder is selected to standby. Air brake and flaps are in and up, and the flaps are up. No smoking sign can come on, which is, it's a bit higgledy-piggledy here. It's sort of the mixture of between the old and the new, the 146. We've got the fasten seatbelt sign down here, but I think the no smoking sign's all the way up here. There we are, that's on. Nav lights to high intensity. There we are, high intensity. Battery 1 and 2 can come on now. There we are, it sounds like the shop doorbell ringing. I'll never forget that ding sound. We'll get the external power on now as well. There we are. So now the battery's no longer discharging, and that's all good. Before we went to do that, though, we went to verify the parking brake is yellow and parked. It is. Let me just make sure that is set. Oh no, all the views have changed. Oh, I'm not explaining it anymore. Alright, our parking brake is definitely set, and it's in the yellow and park place. Master switch is all on. That's up here on the overhead panel. Right up here, so yaw damper master, autopilot master, avionics master, switches are all on, ground ignition is required, anti-skid system can come on, which is here, lift spoilers yellow and green, both on, AC and DC bus tie switches both in the auto position. Where were they? I think they're over here on the electrical panel. Auto, standby inverter will arm, standby generator will also arm. Generators 1 and 4 often reset. Galley shed power switches to galley. APU generator, we'll put that on even though the APU is not running just yet, but we'll turn it on shortly. Where is the APU generator switch. Again, jumping into an aircraft you've not flown for a while does take some time to find all the switches again. I know it's got to be close to this, isn't it? External power, APU generator, there it is. On. Fuel pumps left in are on. That'll be for the APU when it's started, but we'll just turn all the fuel pumps on for now. APU starts, that's coming up there. So fire handles all in, they're all the way up there. 4 APU fire handle switches. APU start, well, let's get that started now. So I think the switch is there, you simply press start. There we are, you see the RPM increasing, you'll see the TGT rise as well. And we can jump outside to hear the APU start up whilst I have a look at chat, see what I have missed. There we go. Mr. Seiko, I love you, man. Oh, thanks. Love you too. Robert S. Hi, guys and Captain. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you pop in. Greg Scott. Morning, folks. No DIY disasters yet. Still have all my fingers. So you haven't tried putting the hammer on the drill then. Brilliant. Robert S. 7 months. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing great. Doing absolutely fine. Thank you very much, Robert S. for your 7 months membership. Olan AP, flight deck sim streaming during my work hours. This will completely ruin my productivity for the day. Unbelievable. Well, thank you very much for popping in. Don't get too distracted. Hope you don't get in trouble. Mike 86R, morning everyone from East Coast US. The scenery in the aircraft look phenomenal. Go on, Mike 86R. What? It must be very early hours for you, like 2 or 3 in the morning. Thank you very much for popping in. I hope you get some rest at some point there. Excellent. Get the Bunny, why aren't you flying with live weather? Get the Bunny, I am in live weather for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Having a little look here at the METAR. What are we expecting here? A light rain? Yeah, it could be intermittent though, because it's sort of broken cloud, so we're sort of in a gap. It was raining at the beginning of the stream, but live weather Microsoft Flight Simulator has improved quite a bit, to say the least. Luca, PMDG 737 or just Flight 146? Ooh, good question. Well, they're 2 very different aircraft. I do love the PMDG 737 and this. This is very reasonably priced, £50, which I think is really good for their Microsoft Flight Simulator variant. Thank you very much, Tom Hates Cats.
Here's the man that comes from Thailand.
Hello.
108 baht for your convenience. Sawasdi crab.
I don't know what Sawasdi crab means, but thank you very much for £2.51. I'm sworn in Thai, but thank you very much for coming in here. Thank you very much for 108 baht. Hope you're having a lovely day. I must visit Thailand because Orbex have just released their Phuket scenery, which I want to go check out at some point. Anyway, APU's all running, and we'll put the... Actually, I think we could just take off the external power later, but just to ensure that we've got some conditioned air coming to the cabin, let's put APU air on and the pack 1 and 2, if you listen. There you go, you can hear the airflow increasing, some nice fresh air coming into the cabin. You can see the TGT temperature change as well, which is pretty cool. Excellent, let's carry on with the checklist. That Shift C check, there we are, that is working. We got to APU generator on, fuel pumps on, ground test, fire ×5 and external. So I was probably meant to have done the fire test here. I won't go through all of them, but we'll just test one of them. There you go, sounds like a little bell going off, a little light illuminating. Oh yeah, which one's quite funny? It's the old stall warning test. Yeah, the A10 Warthog chain gun, that's what that sounds like. APU have started, APU RPM and TGT is stable. Air and packs have already turned on. Landing gear indicators, verifying we have 3 greens. We do. MWS, master warning system, I think we'll test. So I think if I push or pull this out... there we are, push to test. There we are, I'll pull that back out now. I'll probably have lots of muster warning lights at the moment because the aircraft's still not up and running with the engines. Overhead annunciations tested and normal. I think that switch is over here. So test. Yeah, I'll just make sure it's lit up like a Christmas tree. Looking for any blown bulbs, anything that is not illuminated that should be illuminated. You notice at that stage. Cabin emergency lighting. Where is that? I think that was up here. Such an overhead, it's such a beast of a overhead panel. That's armed. Ground test, I imagine those tests are done. DC pump on. I think this is just a hydraulic check at this stage, so I think we turned that on and the PTU, and that to auto perhaps. And there you go, you can see the 2 hydraulic systems pressurising, and then I think we turned them all off again prior to engine start, so we've turned those on, and we'll leave them on for now, I think, prior to engine start, we turn them off again. Remember, I don't fly this aircraft, but it's always good fun to have a rough idea of what's going on. Flight deck emergency lighting will arm. Yaw dampers are both on. That's a very unusual position. Took me ages to find that when I first flew this. That's down here. Yaw damper 1 and 2 is on. Oxygen mask we'll check the oxygen flow. Where's the push to test button? Over here. Looks good to me, and oxygen main valve was on. There we are, the flight deck safety inspection checklist is complete. Next we have the... oh, what did I just click there? I have no idea. Next we have the before start checklist. Let me just scroll the PDF down here to the point where we are here in the checklist as well. So yaw dampers on, EFP tablet, load cargo and fuel at this stage as well. So let's minimise this and have a look at our operational flight plan. So that's minimised, and I'll bring up the OFP for you as well. So here we are, fresh off the press, Auckland to Wellington, flight time just 50 minutes today, guys. Shouldn't take too long. We're cruising at 24,000 feet in the 146 at Mach decimal. Well, it's actually 68 we'll go there, because I think 70 is right at MMO. We're going to take extra fuel because it's very windy, plus not familiar with this aircraft here, so always make sure when you're checking and taking extra fuel, check your landing weight out. So look, you can see we're quite heavy, so based on plug fuel, we're going to land with 38.7, so we're only, what's that, a ton and a bit below our max landing weight. So I'm going to take 30 minutes, which is about 1,200 kilos. That's going to be 39.9. That's going to put us right at our max landing weight there, so I can't take much extra fuel. You always got to be quite careful with that. Certainly in a 7.3, if you've got a full load of passengers and you want to take additional fuel, not only for performance reasons could it be an issue on short runways, but you know, max landing weight could also become an issue as well. So, unusual unless you want to take a significant amount of extra fuel. So we said we'll take 1,200, so that's going to be 6. Let's have a little look at the OFP again. 6.4. Let's take 6.4 tons of fuel. So aircraft open. Fuel 6.4, so it's going to be 3.2 either side, so we'll actually have to lower this slightly. Let's go 3.147 either side, or 3.149, that's slightly lower because the APU is running. We'll have no cargo on board. The zero fuel weight here exactly matches the flight plan, 35.608, we've got 35.7, so I think that's instantaneous. Don't need to press load fuel or anything like that. That'll come on straight away. Vision Fink, thank you very much for continued support, or perhaps welcoming back as a member. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much indeed. Luca Ricci, I recently saw the 146 in real life at Ducks at the Queen's One. No one was allowed inside. Ooh, yeah, it's probably like a big red button or something there, which you're not allowed to see. Very cool. Listed, FO is in perfect mode. Or perfect gym mode, hands in lap waiting for work to be done. Brilliant. Luke, did you see the NTSB report on Dale Snodgrass leaving the control lock-in? How scary is that? I'm not, Luke, that's all news to me. That sounds a bit dodgy, but I'll perhaps look at that at some point there. Dabs to the fire warning sounded like an old farm. Okay, sounded like some sort of school bell to me there. Lolo Lacrasse, where did you learn to fly? I learnt to glide where I'm from originally, which is Spalding in Lincolnshire, at an airfield called Crowland. I did my PPL at a place called Fenland. Echo Golf, I think it was Charlie Lima was the code. Oxford Aviation Academy for my ATPL, my frozen ATPL, and I've been at my operator now for 11 years. Crazy, really. Excellent. Let's carry on then with the setup. We've got the fuel. The passengers are loaded as well. 125 passengers, almost a full plane. And I think we can now pretty much go into loading up the FMC. So because there's lots of RNAV SIDs and RNAV arrivals, I am going to use the default FMS. I think Just Flight might be making a custom one in time, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Pressurization, I just forgot to set that up here. So we're going to be cruising at 24,000 feet. All you got to do is put that big needle past the altitude at which you're going to be at, and that's going to be a cabin altitude of 5,500. Right, we need to turn all over the place here in this aircraft. There's lots of buttons and switches, and the tutorial's a little bit up and down. Right, so I'm going to press pause init. I think it's already updated our position, which is fine. Flight plan. Now, if I remember rightly, I think I can fetch my flight plan from SimBrief. So if I go to index, page 2, as long as you've synced it with your SimBrief account, you should be able to. Route menu, flight plan recall from SimBrief, press this. There we go. So you can load in your flight plan. It's definitely going to be the Southern Hemisphere. There we are. Execute. So it's loaded in my OFP and my routing, which is pretty cool. Save a bit of time. So there's Auckland to Wellington, 259 for the distance. Departures, it's selected 23 left, which is in use today. And the SID we're expecting, where's my plug here? It's going to be probably a Lever 1 Papa. We'll confirm that with FMC, but I will select the Lever 1 Papa for now. The transition will be a Carl transition. We'll execute that. Just go to the legs page. There's no discontinuities here, so we're going from Ursip to Levra. There we are. Ursip, Levra, Capai. Love these waypoint names. Carl, there's a double Carl here. I think this is just a default FMS issue, so what we'll do is make sure we get rid of that by just bringing Silvo up. There we are, and then we've got the Trapper arrival. So what I'm going to go here is departure arrivals. Arrivals, we're going to get 3-4 for sure today, so we'll select ILS 3-4 working, and we're going to go, there's several Trapper arrivals. I'm just going to go for the 1 Charlie, we'll see what we get later. So next page, Trapper 1 Charlie via Umaga. Slow on FMC this, legs, that's executed. Let's just join the dots. So let's go Trapper to Fican, execute. Yeah, there we go. It's in the same direction at 166.156.150. I quite like this because what this default FMC gives you is the ability to fly RNAV departures, your routing, your lateral navigation, have it all sorted out, but you still have to manage the vertical profile in this aeroplane. So you've got to think a little bit about your height, the altitude restrictions, 3 times your height for your distance at which to initiate your descent and things like that. And this aircraft, it's great because if you do end up high, you just pull out this a humongous speed brake, which then says butter or bust for anyone that's right at my rear whilst flying, and then it's so effective. It's just basically like pulling out a parachute. It slows the airplane right down. You can get ridiculous rates of descent going. But yeah, I really like the butter or bust text there. I think that was Jamlin's doing, one of my members who makes all the wonderful liveries, or many of the liveries for the Alpaca Airways virtual airline. You fly out of Wingland Links regularly. Oh, where's that, Mark? That's I've heard of that there, but I haven't done any flying there at all. Rod Machango's Microsoft Flight Sim 2000 flight score. Absolutely, that's a classic there. I'll be completing my first day on the PA28, not for PPL though, at Dundee. Very cool, Luke. That's very exciting for you there. Oh, Cam's pilot's here. Okay, Cam's pilot. He is a BAE 146 300, well, just like on the dev team. He knows a lot about this aircraft, this add-on. So if you have any questions about the 146, be sure to direct them towards Cam's pilot, who I know is on the dev team. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Anything I say or saying correctly, which is likely, please correct me and let the guys know in chat. I always have great fun flying this aircraft. Looking forward to it. So routing's in the FMS. Let's tune up everything here on the radio panel. So it's going to be an RNAV SID. Let's turn on the radio. So I think I just go to on, press the on button, which took me ages again when I first flew this aircraft. And this one is on as well. Stop altitude on this SID. Initial climb. I don't think we have any mention of a stop altitude. So let's just set something like 5,000. And we'll just put it to plus 100 because I'm not sure what the stop altitude is. Runway 23, the runway QDM is 231, so we'll select that here on the courses and the heading. So 231. 231. We'll set the heading to 231 as well. So that just means the RMI is pointing in the same direction as the runway, which is good for orientation. We're going to be flying RNAV to SID today, so before I forget, I'll select this switch to RNAV here. So we've got RNAV here, RNAV there. So the HSI is giving guidance from the FMS now, and the fly direction is based off the FMS as well. So RNAV is selected. Nav aids, what could we set as the VOR? I think Auckland does have a VOR on the airfield, so I'll just select approach here. Yeah, we've got the Auckland VOR 14.8, so we might as well make that active. This is actually fully interactive with the my Logitech radio tuning panel, so you can see I can tune 14.8 there, make it active. You'll see the RMIs come alive with the DME, so we'll go 14.8 on box 1 and box 2, just something to tune and back up there. So I'll go 14.8, you'll see the RMI come alive on number 2, I think, or do I have to select something, or I think I have to pull that or push this. There we are, I have to pull that to turn that on. Perfect, that's that selected. So, quick look over here on the overhead panel. All we've got left is the before start checklist, really. So that's all looking good here. The MCP is set. Lighting we can have a figure play with later. Performance. This is great. So we've got a little flip chart here. So this is your gross weight rounded up to a nearest ton. And we're going to use a flap 18 for departure. And then if I click this, it updates not only all your speeds now, Also, all your bugs, so you don't have to manually select all the thrust settings for departure, which is great, because I remember previously having to set all these bugs, which took absolutely ages. You can just simply click that now. Updates everything. Your target, TGT for departure, and your N1s and your speeds are all set here. Very useful indeed, so well done for making that click spot. Look at this. This is what makes this sim absolutely great, and I don't know if anyone saw my preview at the start here. Look at this. This is amazing. Do love this sim for this sort of visual eye candy. Absolutely stunning. What a horrible day to go flying though. It's just absolutely superb though. Absolutely cool. Right, let's grab our clearance. You can even see, look how darker it's got in the cockpit as the rain comes. I don't know if there's a click spot to hide the control column, which is a bit of a pain, but I think there is. Let's turn up the panel lighting, flood lighting. In fact, just for departure whilst it's cloudy, I think I might just turn I think it's this one here. Oh, that's too bright. Yeah, I'll turn that one off. Let the logo light on. Yeah, I was just trying to remember the lighting is for this aircraft. There's lighting switches everywhere. Pretty much spot on weather for Auckland at the moment. Lol, brilliant, Jonathan Stockdale. Yeah, it's always, I think it's your winter there at the moment, isn't it? Tim Skipper, has the flight model got any better in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Don't fly this aircraft. Reassuringly, it very much feels and handles like the one in X-Plane 11, which for me is a simulator that provides a more realistic aircraft handling experience, and it does feel similar, so I'd say it is feeling pretty good here in this aeroplane, which is cool. Pedal adjust to hide the control column. There it was the pedal adjust. Thank you very much. There we are. That's just a little bit easier to see all the instruments. There's Nigel in his Airbus, taxiing away there. Brilliant. Let's just turn this lighting down. I've gone from no lighting to too bright. That should do us, and I just can't remember. We'll try and work out where the lighting is for that here later. Glare shield lighting control is on the lower left of the overhead panel. Of course it is. There we go. That's why it's so great to have someone on the dev team in chat. Thanks for that, Cams Pilot. And I think the other lighting for the overhead panels around here as well. There it is. Ah, that's perfect. Much better. Right, let's grab the ATIS and clearance, and then we'll get out of here. We were running a little late, but that's always the case here. 127.8 is the ATIS frequency, which I have now tuned. Let's see if they've got it on text or voice. 127.8.
0 and 340 visibility 10 kilometers. Cloud broken at 1,900 feet. Temperature 17. 2.15 QNH 1003 on first contact with ground. Or tower notify receipt of Sierra.
Information Sierra.
Auckland information Sierra issued at 0800 Zulu expect ILS approach runway 23 left. Wind 320 at 12 variable between 280 and 340 visibility 10 kilometers. Cloud broken at 1,900 feet. Temperature 17. 2.15 QNH 1003 on first contact with ground. Or tower notify receipt of Sierra.
Excellent. Cockpit information Sierra. It's probably a little outdated because it is currently raining. You know, it's actually stopped raining. Let's jump back into the cockpit there. QNH 1003 is set. Wind 320 at 12, it's a bit of a crosswind, but also varying quite a little bit down the runway. 17 degrees, outside air temperature is here. This is showing 17, and QNH, as I mentioned, is already set. So, let's have a look here. We've got tower online. Let's grab our clearance. I think this is a remote stand here, looking at the scenery.
New Zealand.
Oops.
New Zealand 453, we're on...
oh, it's Grace.
There you are, 453. You are cleared
this controller,
to Wellington.
if you don't know, is hilarious.
Flight plan route at flight level 3. Follow.
So can I hopefully do a self position here, left turn after departure.
Carl transition, squawk 5057. Clear to Wellington, lever 1 Papa, departure, call transition, flight level 340 and squawk 5057 for New Zealand 453.
Well then, 100% correct with the readback. Advise ready to push and start.
And to be about 1174, fully ready Alpha 2 after the arrival.
Well, it's great to stream at this time, and obviously it's a lovely time in Wellington for Guys, streaming aircraft coming in here. Oh, this flight simming so good. You've got a random forklift driving around as well.
Actually, Speedbird 174, cancel that instruction. Apologies, approached and tell me there's another aeroplane just booting down the ILS, so remain holding short, 23 left, Alpha 2.
Hold short, 23 left, that's Alpha 2.
Evening, Grayson.
Yeah, lad.
Hi, it's Alpaca 1 Juliet. We're on stand 70, copy to Sierra. 1003, departure clearance Wellington, please.
Hello, boy. How's everything? Hope all superb with you. Stand by 2 shakes for your clearance.
Stand by. Told you this guy's hilarious. We did our group flight a couple of months ago in New Zealand. It was absolutely awesome.
Okay, 76, roll ahead on Bravo, a right turn, Bravo 1, then a left turn, Alpha 1, Alpha, hold short, runway 23 left, full length.
Right turn, and then the left turn for Alpha 1 Alpha for American 76. Thanks for your patience.
No worries, that easy peasy. 460, if you can keep the speed up a wee bit. Next right, Alpha 8, double check where you're parking.
That's the guy who just landed. He's definitely keeping his speed up now. Look at him go.
Good luck with that. There's absolutely no way on Grod's green and blue you're going to get down there at all. So I'll tell you what, Alpha 8, roll down to Alpha, and I'd say you can take gate tree 2. So Alpha 8, Alpha, left turn Bravo 5, and then right onto Bravo, then a left onto gate tree 2.
Alpha 8, Alpha, Bravo 5, Bravo 32, New Zealand, 460.
There he is.
He's on 231 Auckland Tower.
Auckland Tower, New Zealand 231.
32015, 23 left, clear to land.
32015, clear to land, New Zealand 231.
Auckland Tower, New Zealand 105, ready for pushback engine start, runway 23 left.
There's a 105. Whereabouts are you hiding? Wherever you are.
Gate 10.
There you go. Clear to push back and start. The time is 0. Just tick past 06.
Pushback engine start approval time 10. New Zealand 105.
The time 06. Break. Speedbird 174 behind the. Looks like a citation.
I mean, never been this early. Yeah, and working later. It's the only time I got, and again, it gives a great time for guys to watch live, which they probably wouldn't usually be able to.
Fiji 511 International Gate 5, ready for push and start.
Fiji as well. He's got a long flight.
Yes, you are. Fiji 511. There you are. Clear to push back and start on to Kilo. The time 07.
He's in a hurry.
On to Kilo, Fiji 511.
New Zealand 231, going around, missed approach, tracking Lingu.
Uh-oh.
231, roger, runway heading climb 3,000 feet, passing 1,500. Auckland approach, 12 forward,
He's gone around somewhere, has, but I think he's straight in the cloud. This departure's going to be
3,000 feet, runway heading, 124.3.
Starflyer 24 to land, requesting push and start.
Starflyer 2409, there you are there, jammed in. You're clear to push back and start. The time is
Cloud Zulu Ganger, yeah.
07 and a half.
I wouldn't want to fly in.
Clear push and start, Starflyer 2409, thank you.
And Auckland traffic heading to Wellington, latest ATIS from Wellington, I'll just share it with you. Brace yourselves, runway tree boa in use, runway conditions wet. Surface wind currently tree 20 degrees 16, gusting tree 8 knots.
Lovely.
Variable between 290 and tree 5.
What's the crosswind limit on the 146?
Visibility 15 kilometres, reducing 6 kilometres. Moderate showers of rain, few at 1200, broken 1800.
So I'll turn it on. Come back here if we can't get in.
And here's the ripper, 2,000 foot wind Wellington. Tree foa 0 degrees at 5 foa knots. Wellington, latest information, Kilo.
That would be wind shear then. 54 knot winds into a 16 knot wind.
Tower,
wow, there's potential for strong wind shear. Lovely.
Under 268 Auckland Tower.
Oh, what a time to go flying.
New Zealand 268 inbound, established on the localizer ILS, runway 23.
Hi Tim Fraser, hope you're doing well, buddy.
268, continue approach number 1. Break, Speedbird 1174. Good lad, remain holding short, 2 left.
Yep, holding short, 2 left. Speedbird 1174.
You must have looked out your left window and gone, geez, there's a guy just coming down. 268, break, 268, New Zealand 268, Super Swim, tree 20 degrees,
That weather here
15
looks
knots.
very menacing.
Runway 23
It
left,
looks
please.
great in this sim. But the way it moves
Please
as
land
well.
runway 23 left, NZ268.
Speedbird 1174, apologies, approach controller's not telling me he's booting guys down the ILS, so I don't actually know they're there until he's like 4 miles, it's a bit close, so thank you for that.
No dramas, Speedbird 1174. I'm happy to let the American go before me, seeing he's been sat there for about 2 hours trying to get things working, if that's easier.
Okay, cool bananas, thank you so very much. Break, American 76 behind the Air New Zealand A320. That is, in fact, my apologies, it's Air New Zealand 73800. It's a mile on short finals, line up 2 tree left behind.
What's going on down there?
Roger, we'll line up behind the traffic, American 76 Heavy. Thank you very much.
Speed.
Muddard is a legend.
That's that American there. Look. God, look at the apron. It's absolutely
Very blocked
chocker.
for American 76.
American 76, I was just saying, Muddard, Speedbird
I think some of these might be static, but I think some are real.
What a gentleman, American 76 Heavy.
What a
It's funny, he and I end up flying all over the damn world together. He's a superstar.
Cool bananas. Yeah, that's standard RT phraseology.
Auckland Tower, Airwork 1, ready for push and start, please.
Try and get clear as soon as I can, guys.
We're about to you hiding up there. Cleared to push back and start. The time 10.5. Oh, there you are down at Foxtrot. 10.5.
Clear for push and start, Airwork 1, thank you.
New Zealand 453, ready for push and start.
Might ask for clearance again, he might have just forgotten.
New Zealand 453, you're cleared to push back and start onto Delta 1.
So when we do
time
get
11.
going, hopefully self-position here.
Cleared push and start on Delta 1, New Zealand
70, just going to be a left turn onto
New
the
Zealand
taxiway.
268.
Most likely to
Next
get all the way
right
to
you,
Alpha.
6. Then a right turn
And then
on
once we're on Alpha, we'll take Alpha 1 from way 2 through left.
and make the first left Bravo 6 onto Bravo up to gate 28. All the other gates are chocker.
Just taking Alpha 6, right onto Alpha, Bravo 6 and Bravo.
Busy.
NZ268.
American 76 airborne, contact Auckland approach on 12 FOA decimal tree. Service wind currently tree 20 degrees at 15 knots. Alex, been great seeing you in that NZAA space tonight. 2 to left, clear for takeoff.
2 to left, clear for takeoff. Good seeing you as well, and we'll hopefully see you next time around. American 76 Heavy.
Brilliant.
Stations calling, just doubling up on each other, just all of you hold standby.
Anyway, whilst we're waiting for that, we'll get everything done. So when we get the clearance, we can request engine start straight away. Because it's very busy.
105, we're about to you hiding. There you are. Roll out the end of Kilo, left turn on
So full start checks, we're going to confirm parking brake is set.
And then boogie all the way down, Alpha 1, full length, runway 2 tree left.
Turn on DC pump, which it is at the moment. Till pressure's risen, confirm first levels of fuel off. Set tank transfer switch in the auto position.
174, 2 tree left, let's get you going, line up and wait.
There it is. I don't know if you need that in auto because basically there's no fuel in the centre tank at the moment. Pressurisation panel we've set. Move down seat.
Got muddled there. I heard a Tango Golf Foxtrot for a radio check. I think it was a readability flight.
Call sign we need to set up.
Sarah Alpaca 125 stands 30, ready push start.
So what we'll do, we'll press the code.
Are you really? Alpaca 125.
To this, we'll put our call sign in, which is Alpaca.
The time has just arrived at 1 tree.
Clear push and start time 13, Alpaca 125.
Fiji 511 ready for taxi.
So Alpaca, and what are we saying?
We're about to you. Fiji 511, roll on Kilo all the way to the end. Then a
press
left
enter.
turn on Alpha.
And then
right
back to
turn
squawk.
Alpha 2 to hold short runway.
So that's in. We need to
2
also set up the TMS.
Put up on Kilo left on Alpha, holding point Alpha 223 left.
So we'll power that on, do the self-test.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu.
Here's Kennedy, Steve.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, good day Auckland Town.
Yeah, I'm trying to find to get a gap as well for push and start.
Wellington with information, sir.
So that's in. Outside air
Neo
temperature
to Wellington,
17, which is
59
set.
November Zulu, clear to Wellington via the flight
Takeoff.
plan route. Flight level 3.
We have 930.
Libra, one.
We're not going to take an
departure,
assumed reduced
Carl,
thrust
transition.
departure. We're going to use full thrust for departure. So 93.0. TGT will be 840. Again, I'll push this. And that has updated the TGT look on all this to 840. Don't want to exceed that. TMS, it's not an auto throttle. It's just basically a fine-tuning system which makes small adjustments to each engine to ensure you get the required target. For descent, for example, it ensures a minimum of 60% N2 to keep the aircraft pressurised, and sufficient pressure engine anti-ice also increases the idle N2. It's quite cool. So that's all set. Boats are set as well.
Great to see you, lads. Clear for takeoff.
And nav aids we've set in our nav departure, and we're now ready to start the engines. So we completed departure briefing. And then the SID we've already checked, haven't we? So it's Ursip, Levra, Capai, Carol. We'll confirm the stop altitude when we get the clearance. Transition altitude is quite high.
Okay, Tango Golf Foxtrot.
Brake pressure we've checked 2,500. Hydraulics we can now all turn off for engine start.
Higher, you're just going to fly a visual
So
right base,
they are
correct?
all off. Fuel sensor transfers auto. Ice detection switches on. I've done. Fast
Okay, I'll
seatbelt
get
sign.
approach
Turn
to
that
figure
on.
you out. Tango Golf Foxtrot clear to Kai Tire with a visual right base. It's 9,000.
Quantities checked. Flight date recorder is set. Altimeter is set. MRS is reset. Red light extinguished, which it is. TMS bug set. Doors and equipment closed. Yeah, shut the doors.
Tango Golf Foxtrot clear to start.
Shocks. To retract the stairs, I actually need hydraulics, so I'll just turn those on for a second. Otherwise, I'll have the engine. I'll have the doors open with the engine start.
In the muddle of aeroplanes, where are you hiding? There you are on gate 29. You could push back and start on to Bravo. Cool. Time 16.
Clear for push and start. New Zealand 439er.
Brilliant.
Auckland Tower, Hotel Zulu, X-Ray, Foxtrot, see you there, I'm on 62.
Ready for the engine start, guys?
From Auckland to Auckland.
Loving the new house, Patrick. Sorry, I don't have yoke cam today using the joystick. Just because it's 4 engines, it's a bit. You've got a massive hand for that.
10,000, is that correct?
Was it this year?
I'm sorry, just say that again. Is 10,000
so,
correct?
All ready to go, guys. It is extremely busy. Mr. Grayson is the only controller controlling ground tower. We've got a lot of aircraft here. Don't forget the hydraulics again. Thank you. Just testing you. Well done, MC Crewfish. You spotted
Okay,
it.
no sweat at all. Hotel Zulu X-Ray Foxtrot. Clear to Auckland, and it'll be radar vectors.
It's a great add-on, this. The modelling of all the systems is fantastic. Hi, Edo. Nice to see you here. You're doing well, buddy. Line them up. Better pushback, man. I think we can do a self-position from this start. Because the left turn here, well clear of the pole there. Same bit of time. Just sort of not sure where you're going for this.
When you're ready to do the pushy starty thing.
Remember to switch off the master warning system ground op mode. Red button on the info panel.
Start advise when you're ready to taxi.
Oh, I've pushed it. Is that correct, Cams Pilot?
He's on 453.
What am I meant to turn so
That's off? Roll ahead Delta 1, turns into Bravo 6, then a left turn Alpha, and a right turn Alpha 2 to hold short runway 23 left.
This controller wouldn't get a jump at okay, he speaks so slowly you can hear what he's saying. Brilliant, that is true.
For right 23 left, New Zealand 453.
Just better make sure there's no ground control.
Southflight 2409 requesting taxi.
No, it's just town, unfortunately.
Southflight 2409, make the immediate right turn on Bravo Boa, then a left turn on Alpha, and a right turn on Alpha 2, hold short runway 23 left.
Right on Bravo 4, left on Alpha, right on Alpha 2, and holding short to the left.
It's Friday evening here in New Zealand. Oh, there's so much traffic.
On the 105, airborne Auckland approach on 124, Davidson 3.
15 aircraft on the ground here. Crazy.
Edison, runway 23 left.
Welcome aboard as a member, Tom Hates Cats. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you very much for your membership over in Thailand. We'll see you in the members only Discord. I hope you enjoy the custom emoji chat. Thanks, buddy. And Tower Alpaca 1 Juliet stand 70, ready to copy departure clearance and request engine start.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, I was coming back to you. Jeez, haven't stopped talking. Stand by, a couple of shakes for your clearance.
Standing by. Perfect. He is
Auckland Tower,
super busy.
New Zealand 439, we actually haven't been able to push back because we're blocked by this Alpaca 737 behind us, and 29.
He is so
Good that
smooth.
the ground crew told you that. Okay, once that Alpaca...
So I don't have yoke cam attached, but I'll give you a first if you'd like. Let me just grab my webcam. I don't have my yoke cam on here. Look at this. This is my office. I don't want to show anything like my address, but on my face. But there you go. There's a little bit of my house. Jack's not with me at the moment. Jack's with my ex-partner. I have him next week, but there we go. There's my streaming setup. There you all are. Look. I better not drop this. Turn it away. There you all are. There you all are in chat as well. Looking good. I've probably given away more information than I wanted to.
Following that A320 just popped out ahead on the Bravo 46, where he'd be number 2 behind.
I mean, I could put side stick cam on.
I could see that you could see.
But it's sacrilegious using that with a yoke.
And Alpaca 1 Juliet. Every time you're in the airspace, mate, everything just goes nuts and full afterburner. Okay, where's your clearance? There we go. To Wellington by the flight plan route at flight level. Confirm 240, or do you want tree follow 0?
Oh, I can't get any higher than that in this thing. Flight level 240, please.
Don't be a girl. Clear to Wellington by the flight plan route at flight level. God, you're a dag boy. Flight level 240, deliver 1 Papa departure, Carl transition, squawk 505 Fola.
Cleared to Wellington on the level 1 Papa Carl transition, squawk 5054 at flight level 240. Sorry, I can't get any higher. And we're on a remote stand here, so I'd like to request engine start. Can taxi off to the left.
Yep, I was just actually going to give that to you. Yeah, well, your home country built that beautiful 4-engine bus. You cleared to start the time at 2-1.
Cleared engine start. We'll call shortly for taxi. Alpaca 1 Juliet, thanks.
Do a double take and thought everyone else going to 3-4. Why are you going to 2-4? And then I saw aircraft type. I thought, oh, I know why.
There's the hair dryers.
Yeah, mate, aren't they? Jeez.
Well, I have a girl, like you said.
2509 airborne Auckland approach.
Brilliant.
What
a guy, unbelievable. Right, requesting engine start with my girl aeroplane with my 5 hair dryers. Unbelievable. Oh god, I can't breathe. Right, APU air switch we need to turn off. There's not enough power in the APU to do that, and turn the engines. Packs can come off as well.
Enjoy the flight, lad. Great to see you.
Same in the 7.3 as well. Parking brake sets, all fuel pumps on. Move the engine starter switch to the first engine, which is going to be engine number 4. Starter master switch to on. And just double check that checklist. Sometimes it isn't always open. There we go. So engine starting. Beacon light can come on. On packs and APUs off. Engine anti-ice. Yeah, Cam's pilot. Why do you turn engine anti-ice on for the engine start? I genuinely like to know that because I couldn't find a reason why to do that. But fuel pumps all on. TMS turn off for the engine start as well. So that's off. And we'll start 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So I love this. You press start. Bloop, it goes. We'll wait for an N2 of 10%.
Auckland Tower, New Zealand 231, with you, establish on the RS.
There's 10%, so fuel coming on.
Zone 231, continue approach number 1. I need you to report minimum approach speed.
Minimum approach speed.
Can't really get a good camera view there for you.
New Zealand 231.
Good boy. Airbus just on the roll ahead of you.
It's that Kiwi base, or do they just sound very similar? Very much Kiwi. Brilliant.
Flying down a bit.
ATIS is what peak performance looks like. Unbelievable.
Auckland Tower, good evening. New Zealand 78 Lima requesting airways clearance.
Sounds great on this as well.
Information Sierra.
On session, calling for the clearance, Mr. Cool.
So we've got oil pressure, oil temperature, oil quantity's fine as well. Price range to start looks all stable there. So starting engine number 3.
The flight plan route at
You see like a little drop of, or see the starter electric starting motor going in there. You see a drop in the, or an increase in the amps.
Clear to
And
Wellington,
2 is very quick to
flight
10%.
stand and climb to flight level 280, Libera 1, Papa departure, Carl, transition, squawk 503, correction 5060, New Zealand 78, Lima.
78 Lima, read back correct. Break,
Great view.
231, service wind 320 degrees, 16 knots, 2 to left,
Yeah, Antrip, this is a stunning model. I think a lot of people sometimes, like just flight products are generally really, really good, but I think this is extremely high fidelity. I mean, all the systems modelling and all the switching is great. I think some people don't realise that.
Actually, apologies, standby.
Very windy in Wellington, yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I could only squeeze on 30 minutes of fuel.
Sierra, service wind change 310 degrees, it's 1.
Looks like number 3 is stable, starting 2.
Broken 2,700, broken 3,600.
Well, engine number 2 will watch the engine start, see the gauges. So N2 rotation, N1,
a couple of hundred seats.
See the oil pressure, make sure that's in the green and increasing, which it is. 10% N2.
Auckland Tower, Airwork 1, ready for taxi.
Airwork 1.
So you can see the engine start here. So these are not EGT temperatures, it's TGT, so I think it measures this a little bit further down stream of the flow. I'm not actually sure where TGT is measured. You see it's increasing. Yeah, Jackie boy, only these birds still flying. There's very few passenger versions now, but quite a lot of utilises freight.
Yeah, mostly Foxtrot onto Kilo, and Kilo on the end Lima. My apologies, Kilo on the end to Alpha, and then either Alpha 1 or Alpha 1 Alpha 4.
Starting engine number 2, starting engine number 1.
I'll head to Alpha 1, so I'll go Foxtrot Kilo, Alpha 1, holding point for 23 left. Thank you, Airwork 1.
Cams pilot, thank you. Switching on the engine anti-ice reduces the chances of a hot start. Interesting, very interesting. I know these engines, the Avro, on the Avro or something or other, they weren't the most reliable, as they are like the CFMs.
Runway conditions wet, 320 degrees, 16 gusting, 36 knots. Visibility reducing 6 kilometres, moderate showers and rain, view at 1,200. And the 2,000 foot wind reported tree foa 0 degrees. That's foa knots, that's Wellington information Kilo.
Love it.
Auckland Tower, New Zealand 439er, ready for taxi.
Yeah, a little bit of bass as well.
439er,
really nice.
Whereabouts are you?
Some great views. Actually, they actually have some awesome preset views for this aircraft. Look at these.
Bravo 5, left
They're awesome,
Alpha,
every single one of them.
Bravo 3, New Zealand 439er.
51,
my favourites. Yeah, I love that one.
Of Alpha, which is the gates out ahead of you.
Right, anyway. Looks like full good engine starts.
Alpha and be advised, some gnarly winds on that approach.
Gnarly winds, love it.
Most of the way. Good luck to everyone taking off today.
Oh, thanks. We need it. Right, so starting the engines. We've completed that. Engine full, spool up, fuel on, blah blah blah. When all 4 engines started, route the start selector to off, starter master switch to off, switch the APU air back on, and switch on both packs. I think we turn on engine air after takeoff. Brake fan switch goes to auto, which is up here. Engine 1 and 2 hydraulic pumps can now come on, so 1 and 2. So it's now using 2 and 3, I think, is for electrics, 1 and 4 for the hydraulics. Maybe something like that. Turn on both the AC pump and PTU. AC pump and PTU. They are on. That's to supplement hydraulic power in the event of a failure during takeoff. Ice protection switches. Turn on all heaters. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't think the engine ice at the moment. Generator 1 and 4 online as well. Leave the AP running for takeoff as well. We'll turn it off after takeoff, just as part of the checklist here. TMS can now be powered on again. So power on. And takeoff 93.0. Was that what it was before? I think so. Transponder to TA as well. I can go down here. Transponder to TA. I didn't set the squawk either. Squawk was 5054. Oh, we just need to verify the stop altitude on the SID as well. That's the only thing we're missing. And next is the taxi checklist. Oh yeah, flap 18 for takeoff. When you're flying, the increase in noise of the airflow is awesome. You just get this. It's quite well known for the 146. Don't make me make that sound again. Look at all the bits that have to be animated here as well. Superb. There's no leading edge flaps on this, I don't think. So that's all set. Taxi lights can turn on. Runway turn off lights as well. Just quickly rattle through that checklist, make sure there's nothing important we've missed. Nope, that's after takeoff, before takeoff, after start. So start power normal, I'm done. Engine anti-ice isn't required for now. Brake fans auto, hydraulics are on, heaters all on. APU and air packs is required, TMS is on, transponder TA, taxi lights on, brakes will test, and then we have the before takeoff checklist. So flaps are set, flight instruments checked, flight directors on as required. So on and on. Trim set for takeoff. I'll do this whilst taxiing. I'll just put it somewhere in the middle for now. And let's get on out of here. I did just turn AC down there for a second.
Yeah, 2 left rather than Alpha 1 Alpha, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, set 2 tree left, set Tango Golf Foxtrot.
And Tango Golf Foxtrot, you able to give me an early right turn?
Affirmative.
Cool bananas, that'll be helpful.
There's a lot of cool bananas there.
Alpaca, sorry, last station calling, I stomped on you, standby 1, break, Alpaca 125, airborne, Auckland approach, the frequency is 1.
No stop outage on the SID that's given by the approach controller after airborne. Fascinating, Jordan. That's a very unique thing. What I'll do, I'll set 80 so it doesn't, 8,000 feet, so no transition outage. That's really interesting. What happens if it's really low there, Jordan, or is it just never that low?
After departure 124.3. Thanks for pressing, and have a good one till next time. Welcome 125.
It's great to see you. Have a great flight. Station calling Auckland Tower. Apologies, keep stamping on you. Say again the request.
Alpha 59 November Zulu, request for start.
So Woodmead Airport right now is super busy, and I thank you for some of you guys for joining in, but also, you know, don't forget it's a Friday evening in New Zealand and Australia, so guys are joining on.
I tell you what, you clear to push back and start off Bravo. Yeah, there's aeroplanes all over the place there. The time is tree 1.
Okay, roger, push and start move onto Bravo, QNH 1003, and for this is Alpaca 59 November Zulu.
Auckland Tower, Air New Zealand, 439 holding short, Bravo 3.
He's on 439. I was just about going to say to you, you can actually boogie past Bravo tree now and roll ahead on Alpha, right turn Alpha 2 to hold short runway 2
Straight ahead on Alpha, right turn Alpha 2, New Zealand 439.
Interesting.
Apologies, the guy actually left a few minutes ago, but I've just been working, so thank you for that. Just roll ahead Alpha, right turn Alpha 2. Break, Tango Golf, Foxy Trot. I need you to make
it's starting to rain again now, look.
Early right turn.
Don't think the wipers wipe the rain.
Surface wind currently tree 10 degrees at 16 knots. Right, oh, my apologies.
No, but they make a cool sound.
124.3. The surface wind tree 10 degrees at 16. Runway 23 left, you clear for takeoff.
Caps at about to make a early right hand turn. About 124.3. Thank you, Grayson.
Alpaca 1 Juliet for taxi.
Last station calling Auckland Tower stopped on here. Was it Alpaca 1 Juliet?
Alpaca 1 Juliet stands 70 for taxi.
I have a couple of great mates who flew the 146 with Ansett New Zealand 100 years ago. 2 engines had bleed air, 2 engines had generators, so you couldn't taxi on 2. Anyway, you're clear to taxi out Delta 1, Bravo 6, left turn Alpha, and roll down to Alpha 2. You're going to be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, in the stack. Alpha 2, hold short 2 Chile.
That's copied. Delta 1, Bravo 6, left on Alpha, hold Alpha 2. Alpaca 1 Juliet. Nearly said Jow.
Tower New Zealand 878 Lima requesting pushback from
right.
stand 33.
Let's go. Parking brake released.
Lima, there you are.
We're going to make a left turn.
Bravo. The time is a tree and a half.
So we're going to go Delta 1, Bravo 6, which is out the way, and then into the Alpha taxiway. So it's going to be a left and a right.
X-ray Foxtrot 3, that's a beautiful Papa Arrow has made the right turn.
Let's go.
Auckland approach on 125.3. Surface wind currently tree
On our
1,
way.
0 degrees.
Look
1,
at this
6
weather.
knots, runway 23 left. I need you to make an immediate takeoff.
So all this equipment would be clear before taxiing. We'll just cut the corner slightly.
New Zealand 231, shutting down Cairns Wave. Thank you and your team for excellent service. Good night.
Lad, lovely to see you.
Oh, you just saw up Jim's nostril. I didn't know you were in here, Jim. Hello.
New Zealand, say again the call, the rather flight number for me.
459.
How did he? Has he just appeared? Or has he been there the whole time?
459, you clear to Wellington via the Flightplan route at
There's the taxi line, and it's the second left onto Alpha.
The Lever 1 Papa departure, Carl, transition, squawk flight 072.
Clear flight plan as usual. Flight 340.
So he's in his. Is that a Cirrus? I never remember what those things are. Diamond. PS 20 bumps, thank you very much. Speedy, easy, Ryan, Packer, had a bird. What was that, Pete? Thank you.
Here we're going, just be a slight delay, but 2 left, line up and way.
Line up and way, 23 left.
There's a little bit of a queue. Oh, I only see 2 at the whole point. Well, let's just zip across.
429, I'm going to get that cargo 2N3 out ahead of you, so remain holding short 2 left on Alpha 2.
Holding short 2 to level Alpha 2, and New Zealand 439.
It's better.
Cargo's got to get down country.
Great to have EFB on, you know, on any aircraft, even older ones like this. EFB makes it so much more interactive. So AZ in 777, we've got 320.
Alpaca 1, Victor Alpha. Good evening, sir. Auckland Tower Region.
Right, taxi checklist then. Flaps are 18 degrees. Radar on trim verifies in the centre position. We'll do a takeoff config check. So that's the same as advancing the thrust levers on the 7.3. Make sure there's no horn sounding. There's no standing water or heavy precipitation. I think it's just wet, so we don't need continuous ignition for departure. Press the cabin call button.
Clear to Wellington by the steel.
Ground speed's 20 knots.
5 Papa, call transition, flight plan route, climb flight level 3.
Excellent, cabin is secure. We're going to go to Alpha 2 for departure, he said. Alpha 2.
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha. The departure's a Lever 1 Papa, which is basically runway heading. I don't want you making a steal, because who knows where you'll go. So the Lever 1 Papa, Cal transition. Aside from that, the rest of the readback is correct. And advise ready to push and start.
It's great fun flying with you guys again. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are, don't forget to like the video. Helps out lots.
So we're welcome. Here we're 1 airborne.
Taxi, we're able Alpha 3.
Surface wind currently tree 1, 0 degrees.
This is Alpha 2 here, I
Take your
believe.
left, clear immediate take.
There's Alpha 2, which is where we're taxiing to. So we go behind the Airbus.
Over to 124.3 on approach. After takeoff, airwork 1. Thank you.
Braces pushing 10, brake. New Zealand follow 39 behind the 73, left to right,
So actually,
rolling.
not number 67. I think we managed to jump ahead here.
Line up behind departing 1037, New Zealand 439.
So behind, so small here, underneath the Airbus. It looks like. Look at the lights turning on the transit traffic as well. It's amazing. What was
There's
that?
actually space around you, lads. You click push back and start onto Bravo. The time is 3:07.
Hey, Cabs Pilot, quick exclusive for the Flight 8 Sim stream here. Some of the new features coming to the 146 EFB. Interactive checklist, amazing. Top of descent calculator, amazing. Virtual keyboard, cool. PDF document viewer, great for flight plans, ability to bookmark. Cabs Pilot, that's excellent. We can only bring one chart up there. Metars.
Alpaca 5, 9 November, Zulu, Auckland.
Can taxi on 2 engines. You need to have the AP running so the AP can get.
We are able Alpha 3.
Wow.
Alpaca 5, 9 November.
Amazing, Cabs Pilot. Well,
I love you. Okay, just hold position. Brake, New Zealand 7.
Love to preview that if you'd like me to.
Affirm, we're ready to taxi. New Zealand
Great to hear.
Lima.
I mean,
2-8 Lima, roll hit on Bravo, right
as
turn,
basic
Bravo,
functionality,
follow,
this is fine for
Alpha,
now.
right turn, Alpha
Yeah, it's a bit of a
2,
pain, but the
hold
fact that you
short,
can bookmark them, that's great. What are we doing now?
Taxi to holding point, runway 23 left via Bravo, Bravo 4, Alpha 2, New Zealand 78 Lima.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, following the New Zealand A320 directly ahead of you on Bravo, roll ahead on Bravo, right turn Bravo.
We're good. I think I've done everything here.
And then a left turn Alpha, right turn Alpha 2, hold in fact,
Flight on trim switch checked, config rechecked, continuous ignition required, weather radar turn on.
Roger.
I don't think it's modelled for now. Landing is straight lights
John
turn on.
429, let's get you out of here, lad. Airborne, Auckland approach on 12 FOA, decimal 3.
Starting to rain again.
0 degrees.
TMS on and in takeoff. MWS is checked. There we are. All ready to go, guys.
Immediate takeoff, clear for takeoff. Easy on the 439. We'll go over to 124.3 on airborne.
Look at this departure, guys. It's going to be damp.
192, tree clear to push back and start on to Bravo.
I'll push the start on to Bravo. New Zealand 192.
I'll take 1 Juliet, 2 to left, line up and wait.
823 left, line up and wait. Out back and watch it.
John 459, you ready for taxi?
There we go, guys. Already done the check, so MCP is set for us. We'll have to arm that.
Correction, Auckland Tower, are you ready for taxi?
And we'll select L now for departure. Transponder TARA, strobe lights on.
You've got an alpaca right at your chucker there, so just give me an idea of the time.
Remember, the aircraft air conditioning pressurization system is off for takeoff.
Okay, no sweat at all. Break. Alpaca, 5 November Zulu, going to be a couple more minutes as you just said.
We're 59 and November Zulu. We can actually take a right turn on Bravo 5.
Struggling to get up here.
Oh, you can? Okay, well if you can make that and clear him, well done. Right turn Bravo 5, left turn Alpha, right turn Alpha 2, hold short, runway 23.
Beautiful.
Actually, we are already inside the fuselage of this plane, so
I beg your pardon.
Right turn Bravo 5, left Alpha 2.
Oh, not yet, not yet. I've probably
left,
confused the takeoff audio callouts now.
Yeah, no sweat. It's one of the slight limitations of the
there we go.
unit I'm using.
What do you reckon? Wipers on? The wipers won't clear the rain, but it'd be quite cool to do. I think we'll have them on.
And then using the football, we're ready for taxi now, please.
Last station calling for the taxi, say again the call time.
459.
I think when we get going though, it might flow down.
459, okay, roll ahead on Bravo. Actually, I'll tell you what, roll ahead on Bravo, right turn Bravo 4, but hold short.
The wipers make annoying noise, hashtag realism.
Right turn Bravo 4, hold short of Alpha.
Hey look, it stopped raining now.
At 459, that Alpaca, I'm going to let go past you on Alpha, you'll be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is behind him. Break. Right, let's get 1 Juliet out. Alpaca, 1 Juliet, airborne, Auckland approach on 12 FOA, decimal 3. It'll be a slow climb, lads. Surface wind 310 degrees at 16 knots. Always great to see you. 2 to left, clear for takeoff.
23 left, clear to takeoff, and departure 124.3. Thank you very much, staying ATIS as ever, Mr. Grace. I'll see you soon. I'll back on 1 unit. Excellent.
Mate, it seems when you and I are together we just have fun and everything's mad, but it's brilliant. Lots of love, see you soon.
Cheerio. Right, let's get out of here. Toga's in chat. Start the timer before you guys start shouting at me. Go. There we go. And set takeoff thrust.
737 under tow, stand 90, request push onto Kilo.
93.0.
Tow stand 24.
Power set, N1 G.
There we are. Let's reduce that thrust there. TMS will take over to fine tune it. Long left rudder coming in.
80 knots, cross checked.
Flight director's showing a bit of iffy guidance. We'll sort that out in a bit. Got a lot of left rudder now. Woo. Hang on into wind.
V1.
V1, hand off thrust levers.
Rotate.
Up we go.
V2.
We're airborne. Oof, look at that crosswind. Pause ready to climb, gears up.
459, yep.
Trim.
I was just going to come back to you with that. Left turn on Alpha.
Just going to
right
hold the sync button.
You're going to be number whatever in the stack, holding.
So the flight directors give me the correct pitch guidance.
I can take Alpha 3
Turn the wipers off.
So you did say that, my apologies.
Just turn the sim down here, it's extreme
right,
loud.
Alpha 3 will hold short.
Alpha, right turn Alpha 3, hold short.
And we'll bug up now, so it's going to lower the nose.
And my capture below.
Press the sync button again, so the flight directors updates. There we are, roll mode is good now.
Line up and wait, running
Just got to do about 1,000 feet per minute. Just let the aircraft accelerate. There we are. Update the pitch trim again.
G511, your number, whatever it is in the spec.
The FTO, safe height speed, select flaps.
So flaps coming up now. We'll accelerate. There's no speed on this. We're going to go all the way to 250. Just grab that, turn on the autopilot here. Make sure it's on LNAV and vertical speeds. On the sync button. Just do about 500 feet per minute in the climb. Let the aircraft accelerate to 250 knots. And we're inbound to SIP contact departures. Reduce thrust to 90% for climb. And there is 250 knots, so IS holds. Contact departures. There we are, I should be pitching up now to maintain 250. This is not a quick aeroplane. Departures, hello, it's Alpaca 1 Juliet. We are on the Livery 1 Papa Carl transition, passing 2,600 passing 2,600. I don't know where we're going.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, Auckland approach, good evening, you're identified. Climb flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Alpaca 1 Juliet. Straight out to our cruise level, we're just going a little bit fast here. So I don't know why it's not pitching for the speed, so I'm just going to reduce thrust here. Just going a little bit quicker. Go to Altarm. I think it's because I forgot to update the bug speed. So let me just bring the speed back to 250. I'm trying to burn a hole in the atmosphere. So speed's slowly coming back. In fact, what I'll just temporarily do here is go vertical speed.
020, X-ray Fox Charlie.
Oh, it's definitely in. And there is 250 knots, so now let's go back to IS hold. Set 90%, so hopefully it should pitch up now to maintain 250. There we go.
123.9, thanks for the ATC, airwork 1.
Straight into the clouds. Outside air temperature, it's 10 degrees, we'll have a little bit of engine anti-ice on. Or maybe I need to put the engine air on first. No, let's do the after takeoff checklist first, let's prioritise. We're good, going up to our cruise level, just wait for the transition altitude to set standard. So, after takeoff checklist. That's done, climb. Sync.
Auckland departure, good evening, New Zealand 78 Lima, with you, leading 2000, Liberal 1 Papa departure.
New Zealand 78 Lima,
I'll switch off the AC pump at PTU.
Stand by 1.
Standing by 78 Lima.
AC pump
New Zealand 78
PTU.
Lima, just recycle.
Shut down the APU, stop.
5002.
Turn on the engine air.
Squawk 5002, New Zealand 78.
Now the pack's providing conditioned air. Let's check the pressurisation, which is bizarrely by Jim's left knee. So diff's increasing 2.0 psi, cap and altitude is the same as the well, so hopefully that's not changing. Getting dings now, what's that? Oh, I think APU. Let's just check the checklist here. Routing as required to Levra, then cap I. 90%, so a little bit more N1 here. To take off checklist. So landing gears up, flaps are up, TMS sync is required, engine air is on, APU is off, packs both on and pressurising. And that's it. After takeoff checklist, altimeters is required, PTU and AC pump are off, APU stopped, seatbelts off, leave the landing lights on to 10,000 feet. There we are. After takeoff checklist complete.
32 indicating 320.
Left heading 320,
and we're inbound now to cap I.
439, contact Auckland Control, 123 visible 9.
Over to Auckland
Good
Control,
departure, what do you think, guys?
439.
That's
Tango
off.
Golf
There we
Foxtrot,
go.
contact Auckland Control, 123 visible 9.
Love this aeroplane. With the FMS, it just makes it very usable on VATSIM, where a lot of procedures now are RNAV based. And then you still have to manage your vertical profile. But look at this, I'm doing 250 knots, 90%. 1,500 feet per minute.
Right heading 180, New Zealand 78 Lima.
Look at this. Guys, how's the sound? Is Microsoft Flight Simulator a little loud? Are you on autopilot? Autopilot's on now, Tony Brown. There's the autopilot here.
Foxtrot 8, correction X-ray, Foxtrot 3.
Got a very interesting approach later, that's for sure. Sounds good, thanks, Damson.
3000, X-ray, Foxtrot 3.
30, 20, 10.
That's very kind of you, Pete S. Thank you very much for your donation.
Wishing you all the best in your new home.
Oh, thank you.
Who sent the housewarming pizza? This is towards
Thank you very much, PS, for the £10. That's very kind. Getting nicely settled in my new house as well. Kebab for me. I love pizza, but kebab with raw onions, full salads, doner meat, chicken. That's me. I tell you what, Pete. It's my second day at work today. I'm working later. On my day 5, I'll order kebab and I'll have you in my mind. I don't even know what takeaways are here in my house. I'm a little bit in the sticks now. But thank you very much. Donuts used to be too loud, but yeah,
Auckland approach, Fiji 511 out of 1,900.
Perfect. Turn this down slightly. On our way. I love it. Chris Curtin, sound is good as long as it's on an even number. Yeah, on the remote, only round numbers for me. So passing 10,000, we're going to maintain 250 knots in the climb. Typically the econ climb speeds in your Airbuses, your 73s, your Boeings are slightly faster, but because of this aircraft's lower cruise Mach number, we just maintain 250 knots all the way up to our cruise level of 240. And just checking the N1, about 9%. And we'll do the pre-cruise check. So fuel, we've got both wing tanks just under 6 tons 5.8. We'll do a fuel check at our first waypoint after top of the climb. We've got a discontinuity there. Let's just go Ripper to Umaga for now. The only problem is when you have an old school FMS like this with no ND display, it's a bit trickier to check your routing. We'll do that for now. There's no drastic changes. I think Umaga's on the extended centre line, so that's looking good. Lights can come off. So off, and the turn off lights can come off. Air conditioning and pressurisation.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, contact Auckland Control 123.9. See ya.
123.9, Alpaca 1 Juliet. Thanks to the ATIS, sir. Bye bye. So that is all looking good. Pressurisation is. Just double check that. So diff pressure. Okay, cabin altitude is a little higher than the diff pressure. We'll keep an eye on that. Looks like we are pressurising. I think it's just per the schedule. It is on auto, so we'll keep an eye on that. Set. Seatbelts will release the passengers. There we are. I have to say, pre-cruise checks complete. We'll check in with Auckland approach. Well, Auckland approach, Auckland area controller. Auckland Centre, good day, it's Alpaca 1 Juliet. Climbing flight level 240 inbound to waypoint. Carl.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, control, good evening, climbing to flight level 240.
Climb flight level 240, Alpaca 1 Juliet. So we've climbed, or past the transition altitude now, so we'll set standards, which is 1013. Looks like I'm going to have to do that manually. But thankfully, Just Flight have realised the importance of single pilot ops in a complex aircraft. You can sync all three altimeters, which is very useful. On our way. Hi, Gary Evans from Australia. It's been a long time. Nice to see you here, buddy. It's perfect time for those sort of Friday evening in Australia to watch a live stream. It's 10 to 11 here in the UK. I was playing with the idea of doing 2 sectors, do a return sector to Auckland, but guys, I am working later, so I've got a few odd jobs to get done around the house and stuff, but we're a little bit late leaving there, but yeah, I'm enjoying it nonetheless. I hope you are too. At 1,500 feet per minute, don't break records here. I know, list them in. 90% climb thrust is set, and we are doing 1,500 feet per minute. We are very heavy though. Absolutely awesome.
Auckland Control, good evening. New Zealand 78.
B-Fly, welcome aboard as a member, buddy. Glad you enjoyed the content. You get invited to our members only Discord. Hope you enjoy using the custom emoji chat. Thank you very much for the support.
Resume my correct Carl now. Resume my navigation. Climb to flight level 28.
Beautiful.
Track direct Carl.
So not long in the cruise. Probably about 20-25 minutes max. He's still out climbing A320. We'd be struggling, Listerman. 7.3 is the GOAT for single aisle, short to medium range, twin engine jets for climb rate. We always outclimb the Airbus. I beg your pardon, Corey Hole music. I don't think you meant to say that. Hello from Australia. Hi, Mark Dyson. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the continued support. Jamlin member for 29 months. Thank you. That's a great looking livery you got there, Captain. Thank you very much. Jamlin, my chief livery maker. We could barely hear them. Where are you? Aeroplane. There we go. Look at the quality on this. Gee, Lizzie. Flightsim.com, which only just takes you to my YouTube page. Oh, it's quite nice once you get out over here. Very nice. Sweet. Champion thanks 20 members as ever. Hi, Captain says Air Man. We've got 2 new members coming in. Xander Kennedy and Peter V. Welcome aboard, guys. Glad you joined the content. You both get invited to our members only Discord. I hope you enjoy using the custom emojis in chat. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy the perks. I've been very inactive as a content creator the past month, especially to my members, but I will be jumping on Discord a lot more in the coming weeks, doing some VC test streams, all that sort of thing, so always feel free to ask me any questions there as well. Enjoy your membership class. Piano, have you been in contact with 320 Sim Pilot about a collab? Would be great for you to do a 320 stream with him online to fill you with tips and answer you. What would you do here? I definitely need that in the Airbus. I have spoken to Mr. 320 Sim Pilot. I've actually spoken to several other content creators, the other Airbus Pilot V1 simulations. All of us, I'm sure, I don't know what between others, but I certainly have spoken to V1 about doing a collab, and 320 Sim Pilot at some point as well. It's just getting the time for both all full-time airline pilots to get that done. Certainly in the last 2-3 months.
Omega 1 Juliet, same to you. You cleared the Papa 3 Alpha arrival runway 34 at Wellington.
Cleared on the Papa 1 Alpha in Wellington. Alpaca 1 Juliet. Just the 1 Alpha. We just need to reselect that. But I sure would like to.
Papa 3 Alpha arrival runway
Tapapa, how do you call this?
Papa 3 Alpha arrival runway 34 at Wellington.
Tapapa 3 Alpha executed. Let's just check the legs page. So Tapapa, Viking, Turby, Ripper, Jonah, Umaga, Umagas. Get rid of those 2 Umagas.
Flight level 2204320.
PG511 Auckland Control, good evening. Climbing to flight level 320.
Open since as well. 1 Charlie's there, 3 Alpha. There we go, so this will be our routing, we'll check that shortly. As soon as we get to top climb, we'll start setting up for the approach, because this is a short sector. Exactly, Piano Learner, that's what I suggested with V1. He takes the 7.3, I take the 320, do the same sector.
Have a great flight to you.
Look at this wind as well. You see we've got a heck of a track difference here.
Neutral 105, Roger. After midday,
getting up there though.
1 to the 8. Thank you for the service. Have a nice day. See you.
Bye bye.
Anthony, just had a missed approach at Wellington in the 7.3, although I am bad. Good luck on arrival. Oh, not at all. It's pretty horrific weather. Patrick James just got the latest weather in Wellington. Okay. 340 at 20, gusting 35. So that is straight down the runway. 10k broken 1500, 16 degrees 994. Okay, that's okay. You know, that's windy, but straight down the runway. What was concerning, and if it's modelled in Microsoft Flight Simulator with the winds at, was it a 1500 or 2000 feet with 55 knots? So you've got a 20 knot shear to happen at some point. I flew in Storm Eunice back in, whatever it was, at the beginning of the year. It was the strongest winds I'd ever flown in as a skipper. It was down the runway at my home base, it was 55 knots. with the gust was the final reported wind, and it was horrific. I mean, at 1,000 feet, the autopilot disconnected. It just had enough. I was guarding the controls and over. But in the 7.3, you have to always sort of guard it on approach, especially the thrust. The thrust sometimes doesn't change quick enough with the speed changes, so you have to just quickly add or reduce thrust as required.
39, contact crisis control 123.
Yeah, don't forget to arm the altitude. Oh, I have done. There we go.
Over to 123.7, thanks for the ATC, New Zealand 439er.
Yeah.
Auckland, Control, hello, Alpaca 59 November.
I'm Matt Sally Greens from Melbourne. Happy to rock my daughter, Lara, Tara, or TARA, has 10-13 months, and she enjoys the sounds of cruising the Z-Boat. Can't wait to take her on the real thing. Very cool, Matt Surley.
I'm going to amend your level,
She had a good first birthday.
Roger, final cruise level is flight level 300.
Approaching 1 to go. Again, we're going to maintain 250. We'll keep the thrust. Actually, we need to reduce that slightly. It needs to be at about 90% end.
Good evening, New Zealand 1923, passing flight level 190, flight level 300.
And then we're going to accelerate to decimal 68.
New Zealand 1923, control, good evening, climbing to flight level 300.
Excellent. Oh yeah, Gary Evans, can you give me advice of VATSIM? Yeah, VATSIM first wings event, exactly as P-Test pointed out. It's one to look out for if you need to VATSIM. I wouldn't recommend like a very busy overload event at a complex airport, but controllers are very accommodating, 99% of them.
I'm sorry, I couldn't read you. Could you say again?
Okay, Corey, I took an experimental drone in flight sim and landed at Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch, if that helps anything that's going on here.
We'll kill
Xander, my new member, it's been great watching your streets counter, not able to fly myself, so I just live vicariously through your flights. Unfortunately, my PC is too old to handle flight sims. Well, welcome as a member. We hope you invest in a PC so you can enjoy flight sims yourself. Did you on the altitude? I did. Well, I had. I think it's just levelling off now. Look, altitude's gone green, look, so it is levelling off. We're going to keep the thrust where it is. I'll bug 68. And we'll just let the aircraft...
Alpaca 1 Juliet,
go ahead.
I'm going to have to vic you off your flight plan to let some faster aircraft go through. Can you just start in... make it a left turn and heading 120, please.
Left heading 120 degrees, Alpaca 1 Juliet. 120, so some sequencing going on here. Let's just get it going now, so let's select heading. And bug 120. Keep accelerating to, well, we might just go a little bit slower here. Let's go about 6.5, because I think he's getting delayed vectors of some sort here. So we're going to bug 6.5. I love this, you have this little amber circle which represents your bug speed, so you see how it changes if you bug up there. See, it says you're going too fast, you bug it up here,
report your Mach number.
You're going too slow, so we're going to bug 6.5 and just use, there's no auto throttle, just this TMS system.
Sorry,
we're going to reduce thrust now, just maintain decimal 6.5.
Sorry, could you repeat that please? Just say again your
exactly
Mach
like the
number
7.4 estimate. How's your holding getting on? I mean, or I saw you did your DME arc. See any, it's quite good because you can notice any trends straight away, so it's already going a bit slow, so a bit more thrust.
I thought so. I thought actually just what's your indicated airspeed?
Blocked.
459, report your indicated airspeed.
407, sir.
Is that your indicated, not your true airspeed, is that your indicated or your true?
Yeah, 407 indicators.
That is my true, apologies. Ground speed is 437, sir.
Okay, can you look at your airspeed indicator?
40,
30, that will be the tape on the left-hand side of your...
Thanks, Vince Naylor, for the $5.
Tell me what that number says to.
280, sir. That helps.
Hey, Brew,
Okay,
I've got
maintain
some
280
beers in the
knots or better in the
Jumbolino
cruise
when you get in.
Thank you very much, Vince Naylor, for your $5. You got some Fosters in there, have you? Actually, is it just a thing that Europeans think that all Australians drink Fosters? I got some beers in the Cholly Bun. What's a Cholly Bun?
Alpaca 1 Juliet 10, heading 360. Just going to take you and put you at the back of the queue there. Sorry about that.
Okay, that happens. Left heading 360, Alpaca 1 Juliet. That's the wrong way. We're going back to Auckland, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to use all that extra fuel that we got. We're now spending going the wrong direction. But so be it.
PG 511.
Oh, thanks, Campspire. TMS
Alpha
target.
59 November Zulu, same for you. You'll clear to Papa 3 Alpha arrival, runway 3 for Wellington.
Papa 3 Alpha arrival for runway 2 for left, Papa 5 November, 59 November Zulu.
TGT, and then do you just lower it here? That's really interesting. I know that. I think that would probably do. We're going. Oh wow, we're doing this with 6.8. I've not been looking at my speed here. I think the TMS is now. Oh, only doing one engine. Whoa. Let me just turn it off for a second. Well, put it back to sync here, just because I just want to get my speed back.
511, report your Mach number.
Decimal 76, PG 511.
So now heading in the wrong direction.
1. Roger.
Would be nice for sequencing to have a sort of just a slight turn off the route. So I'm just showing what we're doing now. There we go. Look. They're going this way.
Contact control 123.7 New Zealand 78 Bayman.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, continue the left turn flighting 340.
Left heading 340 degrees, Alpaca 1 Juliet. Keep an eye on this fuel, but heading the wrong direction is not good for your fuel burn. Excellent. Tony Brown, you should get your wife to be your co-pilot again like you did before. Well, don't cover it in that situation. Maybe I'll get Jack to jump in. Sean Cooper, hello Captain, glad to catch some of the stream today. It's a welcome break from writing a 100-slide work presentation in time for Monday. Ouch, that sounds horrific. Oh, thank you very much for popping in.
New Zealand 1923 start clearance. You cleared the Buzzley 1 Bravo arrival runway 07.
So we've got to keep an eye on this fuel. Sort of north of Silvogue, still going in the wrong direction.
New Zealand 1923 Auckland.
But then we're really eating into our fuel here, going the complete wrong direction. I mean, this is unrealistic, but there you go. Meant to go this way. This could be a disaster. Only definitely 1 sector now. Yeah, absolutely Kiwi fly. I'd rather head in the right direction and hold. I will query it in a couple of minutes. It's getting out of the way of spacing, and then there is there's heading in the wrong direction.
459 contact Christchurch control 123.7. Just let them know you're maintaining your best forward practical speed length.
Yeah, this would never happen.
Any station, reading this transmission, just let me know.
FM Tango Golf Foxtrot, Reggie Papa 5.
Okay, so I'm receiving some comm issues for the look of this.
Uh-oh. That's...
I've heard you for the past while, but they apparently...
not a good time to have a comm issue, going the wrong way.
Chillin 192.
I'm going to have to give him a merge, guys.
Okay, sorry, this is the third time I've tried to give it to you. We cleared the Bubbly 1 Bravo arrival for runway 07 at Palmerston.
Bubbly 1 Bravo, runway 07.
Lovely message from Grace, I'll read it shortly. Alpaca 1 Juliet, any chance we could do another 180 headed the right way?
Absolutely, Alpaca 1 Juliet can turn left and track direct to Silvo.
Route direct Silvo, Alpaca 1 Juliet. Perfect. I think he might have just forgotten there for a second, but we'll just make that turn initially to head towards Silvo, and that is there. It's quite useful to have Navigraph there. So what we'll do here, I think we can press direct Silvo, execute, and we'll just keep the turn going manually.
BG 511, contact Christchurch control now 123.
We'll look at that there. Let me just catch up with chat here as well.
Vincent
8 months was well worth the $5 to hear Microsoft Jim say Chully Bun, which is Kiwi for cool box, and correct. You don't find Fosters in. Oh, you don't find Fosters in. I was like, oh my goodness, yeah, I didn't want to offend any. It's Australian, of course. No, I won't drink that there. Thank you very much. That's my new favourite word.
Harkey's have gone home. Stand by for the Palmerston
Chilly bud, brilliant.
Yeah, we'll agree to copy and request to be re-cleared if possible.
So I'm just going to keep that turn manually going towards Silvo.
Big Pax 2 Alpha arrival for runway 25.
When we get to Silvo, we'll check the fuel, see what the situation is. Been airborne now for 25 minutes. This has added 10 minutes to the flight time.
1923, what you can expect there in a tick. You've got 300 degrees 8 knots. Oh,
that is true, Anthony.
It's 40 k's light rain, scattered at 2200, broken at 2700.
So direct again, execute. We'll now go to LNAV.
998.
So now the aircraft's going to route direct to Silvo for us.
Auckland Center, New Zealand 578, flight level 330.
There we go.
New Zealand 578, control, good evening.
I never contemplate boxing a kangaroo. No, you don't want to be doing that. I've seen plenty of videos online of people getting punched from a kangaroo.
Sorry, you said descent to 150?
A bit of turbulence here.
When you're ready, not now, but when you're ready, descend to flight level 150. Do you have your start gear?
Look at this. Absolutely
yes I do, and I'll descend to 150 when I'm ready.
Okay. Sorry, I never finished this TMS setting, did I? On the TMS where it says 840, you can adjust the target EGT set between 700 and 740 to aim. Okay, so let's go down to... How do you change this figure? Oh, is it not? No, not this one. How do you change the numbers here? Oh, it's down here.
Alpaca 59, November Zulu contact. Croatia Control 123.7. Did report your speed on.
So 720, and now I guess TMS is going to keep the TGT about 720. We obviously need a little lower because we're doing decimal 16 now. So maybe if I just reduce that to 700. TMS, oh, so cool, so cool. So this is basically as close to auto throttle as you can get, struggling to maintain the level here.
Channel 1923, business.
1923,
thanks, Nox Gaming and Camps Pilot for that.
Actually,
so if I check Navigraph up here, we should be now routing direct to Silvo. There we go. Top of descent should be around whatever it's called here. So we've already been cleared or advised to take the Trapper 3 Alpha. So let's grab the chances.
1923, sorry about that. You re-cleared the impact to Alpha arrival runway 25. And when ready, descend
re-cleared impact to Alpha runway 25.
And when ready, descend to flight level 150.
Thank you, that was. That's the arrival we're expecting. Just pin that. The approach will be ILS 34. Pin that as well. Taxi, just grab the launch departure. Speed requirements. Arthur Yank, thanks to 8 months. Every time flight deck sim flies in 146, something seems to happen. Great stream as always, finding what I can catch in New Zealand. Cheers. Thanks, Arthur Young. I appreciate that, thank you very much. Listen, man, I just saw that poor man's on a throttle. Unbelievable. Is this a normal stream time? No, Anthony. This is a very unusual time to stream. But, as we were just saying, gives people a chance to watch live. 250 below 10,000. Okay. Let's just grab the airport charts here. There's this scenery, by the way, by Flightbeam, absolutely stunning.
Monitor Unicom 122.8, and have a good flight there.
Monitor Unicom 122.8, thank you much for the ATIS.
So let's just check the lateral routing. Approaching Silvo, so we're going to go Trapper.
1923, contact Haki Control 126.
Beacon 5000 to beat. Then Ripper 7,000 below. Jonah, Umaga 2,000 feet, and then I'm going to Bhutan.
Contact Haki Control 126.
Oh, Bhutan. So Umaga Bhutan, there we are. Centre fix, FI34, it's all in there. And then runway 34.
Alpaca 1, Victor Alpha Auckland.
Mr. Approaches there as well. Newlands,
Auckland, good evening. 1 Victor Alpha, passing flight level 310 over Auckland.
So happy with the lateral routing. We just need to calculate our top of descent as
Alpaca
well.
1 Victor Alpha, Roger, climbing to flight level 36.
So looking here, first restriction is
Papa 3 Alpha arrival.
Below 7,000 Ripper. So, top of descent here.
Convert clip on the trap 3 Alpha arrival for Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha.
I assume that's
See
close
where
enough.
top descent's been calculated here. Top descent's been calculated just before Trapper. So Silvo is where the OFP wants to
Auckland, good
descend.
evening. It's a New Zealand 815.
And that's a
level
remaining
210,
distance
climbing
of
300.
67 miles.
New Zealand 815, Auckland,
So-
climb to flight level 300.
Climb 300, 815.
Calculator, do some little bit of mental maths here, just working out where top
Alpaca 1
descent is.
Juliet, thanks for your patience. Hope you'll get better service from the next sector. Contact them now. Christchurch Control 123 days and see the out.
Ah, no problem at all, buddy. You got a busy job to get us all sequenced. 123.7. Got to see a bit more New Zealand. We'll see you soon, buddy. Bye.
Alright, and we just love it when the old 146 is trundling around.
This causes problems, I know. Cheers.
So yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, he probably felt a bit bad sending me the wrong way, but no, it wasn't bad service at all.
Thank you.
Christchurch, hello, it's Alpaca 1 Juliet, maintaining flight level 240 overhead, Silver.
Alpaca 2, Alpaca 1 Juliet, Christchurch, get up.
Oh, I recognise this guy's voice.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, descend, flight level 270.
So happy with the lateral routing. Let's just do this fuel check, see what the impact of heading the wrong way for a short while was. So we're directly overhead. You've got the flight plan up. Yes, you have. I can turn it off.
New Zealand 459, maintain max speed on scene.
Where is it? There, front, top of climb. Silvo, there we are. So let's have a look at this. 20 minutes. We've been airborne now for.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu.
We've been airborne look for 35, so 15 minutes late there to that waypoint.
Alpaca 59
Fuel check. At Silvo, we should have 3.8 on board. Remember, we took an extra 1200, so we should have 5 tons on board.
Turn right, heading 170.
Actually,
170.
slightly less than that, isn't it? 2, 4, about 4.8 there. So we've burnt probably.
459 negative. That instruction was not for you. Continue direct to Papa, please.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you go, 4.8 on board. So we're still up on the fuel. We've still got an extra ton, but we've burnt 300 or 400 kilos into our extra fuel.
He's on 459 Christchurch.
That's me exceeding MMO.
Nathan,
Just take a little bit off the thrust.
On 459, Roger, advise you similar course on frequencies of Alpaca 59 November Zulu.
So I'm taking this temperature to 5680.
BG 511, resume navigation direct.
A little bit fast, that's 72. Nothing to see here.
My navigation direct.
Yes, we're happy with the fuel.
Ah.
I'm just going to turn this off here because it's too high a thrust setting. Let me just. Yeah, disregard that.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, descend flight level 160. Continue descend flight level 160.
You'll need to engage TGT mode again. Got your cabs pilot. I'm just going to get back to 6.5. Yeah, so what is it? Top of descent we were trying to work out, wasn't it? So the flight plan said it was just before T Papa, and that distance at T Papa was 67.
November Zulu, 10 left heading 10.
So it's around 20,000 feet. We're at 24. So I'd say about 10 miles before T Papa or Trapper, or whatever it's called. We'll start on descent. So we've got 70 miles till top of descent. We're going way too slow now. Whee! Miss Auto Throttle here. Oh, you forgot you'll need to engage TGT. Got you. So let's do 680 TGT.
Turn right for me heading 210.
Right 210, BG 511.
This TMS is great.
511, thank you. Descend to 11000. The Cook Strait area QNH is 994 hectopascal.
So happy with the routing laterally. We've checked all the waypoints. They all make sense. Ripper, we've got to bring the speed back to 220. Just got to remember that. Holding Umaga if it's super busy. Also a Trapper could be an option. Fuel-wise we're okay. We've still got an extra 15, 20 minutes or so. Trapper, Jonah, Umaga, that's out on a distance of 10 miles. Okay, it's 10 mile final. So ILS frequencies, we'll put 109 standby. So active for now, we'll put Wellington active, 12.3.
Minimum speed, 511.
Alpaca 59 November, so just a bit of delay here.
12-3. We'll put 12-3 active on box 2.
Reduce the minimum clean speed. Alpha 59 over Zulu confirm.
Speed's good. 6.5. Let's keep an eye on that. It's holding it quite nicely at 680 TGT.
Roger. 230.
I didn't know that if you automatically disconnects TGT mode if you adjust the 100 digits, but that's working really well now. So frequencies on standby. Course is 341. Big threat today is that weather, guys.
51 mile, promise this is going to be the last turn. Turn left heading 170.
No worries, left 170.
Frequencies, courses, minimums.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, turn right.
ABC is all the same here. We could definitely do 4% climb gradient.
190.
I know it's not the best here, but 250 feet per nautical miles easy to achieve. So we can set 300 to 276 on the high. Let's do 280.
Direct to Papa, Fiji 511.
Guys, cheers, good evening again. Alpaca 1,
courses,
Alpha fly level
There's an arc to fly.
360.
And the missile approaches on the Newlands.
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha crashes.
NDB 358.
When ready, descend flight level 150, Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, when ready, flight level 150.
When ready, descend flight level 150, Alpaca 1 Juliet. So just make a note of that, because I don't think you can preset this. I want to keep out hold in.
PG 511, resume navigation, track direct.
Maybe I can dial it. Yeah,
Yep,
it's doing
we're
out
tracking
hold,
now,
isn't it?
direct to Papa, Fiji 511.
As long as I don't press out arm, I think it'll hold the level. So 150 is set.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, resume navigation, clear it to Papa, descend at 1000, the Cook's radio QNH is 994.
So we're going to get vectors by the sounds of it later on. If not, we've got an arc or the RNAV arrival via Umaga, max 190. We'll try and comply with the speeds. And then landing performance here, it's a 1800 metre runway, which is very short for a 7.3, but fine for the 146. Very strong headwind. We could easily make any of these 90 degree X's, I reckon. Alpha 4, Alpha 3 shouldn't be an issue.
He's on 1923, clean RNAV runway 25.
Make a right turn onto Alpha and then onto Eastern Apron taxiway. Parking stand chart here. See what happens. This 114.9. Thanks, guys. Just testing it. Well done. So that's it, routing. It's good. Now, this aircraft mixing with the other guy is going to try and fly with higher speeds, so, you know, the approach speed on this final approach speed, we're going to use full flap here, flap 30, so I think, 33, so I think if I press this, there we are, it updates all my bug speeds for me, and the speeds here. Unfortunately, it's updated my target speed, which I want to have about 6.5. If we can lower that TGT further, 680, 660. Still engaged.
I'll take a 59 over there. Can you maintain 2.5 going up?
Yeah, landing performance then. With
With
this massive wonking great big speed break, that headwind, we could probably even make Alpha 6. Stopping performance is really good. So with that headwind, with the speed break, with the flaps all out, a lot of drag, I think without touching any brakes we'll easily make Alpha 4 without touching the brakes. Alpha 5 with brakes before that. So we'll help out 86, it's obviously very busy. So happy with the landing performance as well. And just a standard star transition. Kiwi Flyer 71, gate 16 or 17 will be good for you. Thank you very much for the heads up on that. We'll request either one of those. Cool. So if you can vacate at Bravo, Alpha 6 or Alpha 7, look at that, straight up to 16 or 17. What you watch, I'll go flying past it. 80 knots. Excellent. There we are though. Top of descent, remember we calculated is 10 miles before Trapper. We're going to maintain 7,000 feet or below at Ripper. So we'll do 250 knots in the descent initially and just see where that puts us.
BG 511, contact thanking up, contact approach 119 at decimal 3.
119.3, BG 511, Lima.
Beautiful. So cool to stream at this time. Loads of new people in chat as well. Great to see you here. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Level 35 at AMPOV 3 Alpha departure. Tim Joe transition. Your score tonight again 5610.
Wellington AMPOV 3 Alpha flight level Team Joe transition.
Superb.
New Zealand 603, thanks for back correct runway 059 surface wind calm beach yield of G'day, Nala 86 report.
Awesome.
996, 05 and move to position start.
Not the careful, 908.
986.
Do you like this sim, guys? It's visually stunning. There we are. So we've got DME here. This is DME based off the waypoint as well. So 31 miles, you can see here, 30.7. This is the DME for the Wellington VOR now, from the VOR here. Having a look at the chart. You can't see it on the RNAV arrival chart. But you can see where the VOR is, just to the southeast of the airport.
Runway 25,
MSA is actually quite high here, look, 6,600 east.
Good evening.
Wrist approach will be go around then flat 24 in this aircraft, 3114 to 750, right turn to the NDB to 2,000 feet. It's quite a low stop altitude, 3,000 feet here. Oh, I just realised you've got Navigraph still up there. Thanks. Oh. There we go. Beautiful. Great FPS at the moment as well. Oh, I've just realised Fly Live is completely broken as well. It's still saying 25 feet at 0 knots, standard. I don't know why it does this in Microsoft Flight Simulator for me. The Fly Live app always crashes. Never have that issue in X-Plane with it, but I'll restart it, see how we get on with it. Should be all live now. Gary Evans, would you recommend this plane? 100%. Yeah, absolutely. It's great. I was saying earlier, it's a mixture between the old and the new. It's sort of like Airbusy / Boeing. You can see all bits of it in here. But it's a great aircraft. You can go to some really challenging places with great short field performance. Very rewarding to fly. So I'd 100% recommend it. And it's 50 quid, £50, $49.99. I don't know if it's on a sale at the moment, but that's very reasonably priced for what you're getting. A 200-page manual, detailed tutorial, all the systems, all the bells and whistles seem to work. Yeah, huge fan of it. Yeah, absolutely listen to me, it's one of those. Have you tried a Foster's? I have, Matt, certainly not a fan. I'm not a big beer drinker, really. I do like my wheat beer, so Hoegaardens and things like that. I'm more of a cider drinker. I quite like this sweet. I have quite a sweet tooth. But yeah, I'll have a beer on a hot summer's day. Wesley Saws, what's the difference between LNAV and VL mode? So VL is for the localizer, so you can intercept the localizer, and we'll do that for this ILS approach, and then we'll on the glide path is glide slope here, GSL. LNAV is following the lateral guidance in the flight management computer, which is currently taking us to Trapper, which is just prior to our top of descent point. So we'll start our descent now, 150, so we're going to press ARM, and then we're going to press indicated airspeed, so the aircraft's going to maintain current speed, slowly reduce thrust to idle. I'm going to select the TMS to descent, and this will ensure a minimum of 60% N2 if I go idle, to ensure, I believe, there's sufficient pressurization, because remember they're only hair dryers. And down we go. B-lock is back course on the localizer. I've never used that function. I believe it allows you to use the localizer backwards or something like that. Beautiful. Perfect. Just looking at the background, doing some things, pro streamers things.
New Zealand 604 ready for push and start.
604 push and start approved, time to light.
Perfect.
Push and start approved, 604.
604 So, down we go. I keep pressing the button to get to the charts.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, continuing the descent to 11,000, QNH 994.
Send 11,000, QNH 994, Alpaca 1 Juliet. So, 11,000 is set and armed, 994, transition altitude is 13,000. I'd rather set that now because that's what I do at my operator, so I will.
815 Christchurch.
Go ahead, sir.
994 set, passing 18,600.
11,000, Christchurch, Christian Christchurch. Wellington is 994 hectopascals.
This is quite cool, I love
Okay,
that we go for this overlay.
we do, didn't we? I'm just wondering
so
right
camera
now.
rough idea, we're doing 2,000 feet per minute. This FMS is so basic you can't even get like ETAs. We should be roughly where we are. I don't mind coming in a little bit lower. Just the first restriction is going to be 7,000 at Ripper, just 10,000 feet to go. What's quite cool is on the 146s, if I go here to vertical speed, on the control column there is a sync button. And what you do to change your required vertical speed is you hold down the sync button here, so you'll see sync appear. You can then pitch up or down. So I'm going to pitch up to maintain 1,500 feet rate of descent. You can just control that using pitch. Still got a little bit.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, contact Wellington approach 119 at decimal 3, bye-bye.
119.3, Alpaca 1 Juliet, bye. So press the sync button, then let go of it, and it'll maintain your rate of descent. So you can change. You can change your required rate of descent by using this sync feature. It's really cool. So I'm just going to set that bug 250, and then we're going to select indicated airspeed hold to maintain 250 knots in the descent. Christchurch, good evening. It's Alpaca 1 Juliet, sending 11,000, QNH 994 hectopascals. And we are inbound to waypoint Fican. Don't tell me I got the wrong frequency.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, Wellington approach. Good evening to you, sir. Fly heading 170 and maintain speed no less than, correction, no greater than 250.
Heading 170 degrees, 250 knots or less, Alpaca 1 Juliet. So heading, select our vectors already, and we're doing 250 almost, so just leave it VS until we're doing exactly 250. There we are, that's
Wellington
about
approach, New Zealand 7A, Lima, executing missed approach.
Oops, someone's got around in Wellington.
New Zealand 7A, Lima, Wellington approach, get A, fly heading 340, climb 3,500.
There's 250, go back to indicated airspeed hold there, craft out and pitch to maintain 250 knots.
Correction, 3,500, New Zealand 7A, Lima.
Feels good, we've got 4.4 tonnes. To divert, we needed 3 tonnes, that's to go back to Auckland. There we are on the vectors now, just to beam track.
Fiji 511, turn left track direct Jonah, descend 3,000, correction, descend 2,500.
Counterpilot's prog page accessible from the FMS index page, which shows ETAs and estimated fuel
Jonah down to
quantity.
2,500, clear RLS.
Where is the prog index?
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, descend.
I'll be it's a shame, but I think it's only one. Yeah, if you could have prog on one page, that would be great. Pounds? Outrageous. It's good though, but I like having just a basic FMS. I wouldn't want VNAV and all that funky stuff in there. I want to do that manually in this one.
1 Alpha, passing 160 for 110, information Delta.
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha, g'day Wellington approach. Descend 8,000 and speed no greater than 250 knots, please.
Down to 8,000 and speed no greater than 250, Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha.
There we are, 1 to go.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, we'd like to request to leave the cockpit for 2 minutes.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, please.
I haven't tried to land in Lugano, Rabage. 7 degrees? Outrageous.
Roger.
Roger. Did you just say that?
Diesel 459, latest wind check 340 knots at, correction, 340 degrees at 20
I
knots.
was saying Roger in response to ATC. I actually got the thing here, found it.
Alpaca
Roger,
1
Roger.
Juliet, descend 6,000.
Send 6,000 feet, Alpaca 1 Juliet. 6,000 feet is set, armed. great to always have the VOR tuned or something on the station there. So you can see that the RMI is pointing directly to the airport. The VOR is on the airfield. We know it is about 17 miles away. Courses are still on RNAV here, so we need to make sure prior to the ILS we can go back to NAV to ensure the ILS works, because at the moment this is pointing towards the active waypoint in the FMS, which is next page, Turby. Hold on, I've somehow reset my view. So we are, Turby's the active waypoint in the FMS, but we're on delayed vectors here, so we sort of ignore that here.
New Zealand 78 Lima, turn left, fly heading 270 degrees. Left heading 270 degrees, New Zealand 78 Lima.
Cam's pilot, there's no real FMS for the 146 as they differed by operator, but we're working on a custom FMS as an alternative to the current version.
5 9 November, you back here?
Definitely like to try that. There, I can see it's just sequence to the next active waypoint, which is Ripper.
Perfect time in Alpaca 5 9 November.
You can update it.
Correction, turn left, direct Jonah.
I am a fan of flying old school, but when you're flying at RNAV approaches or something like that, it's nice to have this option. Oops, better do the post-cruise checks. So fuel we have 2.5, don't know, about, what's that, 2-1, about 4-2 on board, lights.
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha, turn right, fly heading 1.
AP, I think we start shortly. Pressurisation there at the moment is
170 on the heading for sequencing.
At 6,000, diffs slowly reducing and set.
Diesel 459, you
established? Sign on, I don't think.
Oh, apologies, fully established 459.
Diesel 459, contact.
Can't remember when seatbelt sign is.
118, Diesel 8, good day.
Where is? Checks complete.
118, just waiting, sir.
So probably getting a little bit low now. 8,000 feet out here, 20 miles to run, and we're not even inbound here. So
Alpaca 1 Juliet, descend 3,000, radar 3.
Send 3,000 feet now back at 1 Juliet. So what I'm going to do is switch to vertical speed. It's going to go arm here, vertical speed, sync. I'm just going to set a rate of ascent about 750 feet per minute. Try and do a bit of a CDA. There you go. And deselect sync. And I'm going to bring the speed back to our clean speed, which is about 205 knots. Do about 220. So I just need to remember to add thrust, just so we don't get too low. So descent checklist.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, turn left, fly heading 120.
Left heading 120 degrees, Alpaca 1 Juliet. So I think what I'm going to do is going to go back to turn off RNAV. It's not using the FMS anymore really. So what we're going to do is switch to NAV. There we go. That's going to give the orientation of the runway.
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha, descend.
So you can see where we are in relation to that, 20 miles away.
Descend 5,000 feet, Alpaca 1
Start adding thrust shortly. It's a switch on the PTU as well.
PG
Flap selected for the approach as well.
PG 511, thanks, contact.
Start the APU
frequency
at around 5,000 feet, says the tutorial.
118 PG 511, good day.
New Zealand 78 Lima, turn left, fly heading
looking good, guys.
190, Victor's ILS 34.
New Zealand 78 Lima, I hate to say this, but can I ask if I can disconnect the network because the runway light is completely invisible in the last landing.
Okay.
New Zealand 78 Lima, it's set.
So back on target speed, you're going to go indicated airspeed hold again, just keep it descending now.
Yeah, thank you very much, we'll see you again. New Zealand 78 Lima, thank you.
I'm going to switch over to the ILS on box 1 now. There we are. And we've got ILS information. Don't believe the glide slope at the moment, we're out of range, but we've got localised information at the moment as well.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, it's your time to shine. Turn left, fly direct to Mugger, cleared ILS DME approach, runway 34.
Direct to Umaga, once inbound to Umaga, cleared ILS 34, Alpaca 1 Juliet. So actually I'm going to have to go back to BR nav, direct, Umaga, execute, engage L nav, and then we just have to switch prior to the approach.
Alpaca 1
to
Victor Alpha descend.
Oh, look at this, we are just below the glide slope. This is looking perfect, guys. So I'm going to go back to vertical speed, sync. Just going to do about 500 feet per minute here, desync, and direct intercept to Umaga again.
Approach Alpaca 59 November Zulu confirmed. We are cleared for the
So we're going to a bit of thrust here.
Alpaca
Maintain the
59 November
speeds.
Zulu. Apologies if I didn't do that. Cleared ILS DME approach runway 34.
Cleared ILS
Speed's good.
34 Alpaca 59 November Zulu. Very
50 knot winds
Sorry
down
about
there.
that.
Look at our ground speeds. Well, 250 actually at the moment. I'd expect it to be a lower actually, if I'm honest.
we have Zulu.
So sink, let's do about 750 feet per minute.
New Zealand 815, good evening to you. Wellington approach, fly heading 170,
750.
descend 8000.
Sink
Wellington
off.
information, Delta.
We're inbound. We are below. To go idle here, just to get speed below 205 knots. We'll select flaps.
Please. Was it 8,000?
Affirm, 8000.
Cams pilot, how do I get the FO to talk, by the way? Because sometimes I fly the approach, you can't hear it.
Alpaca 356 with you, descend to 110.
Still quite far out though. We're going to go over to ILS now. On this frequency,
Alpaca
359.
356, good evening to you. Descend 9000, Wellington information, Delta 994.
Start the APU. I think this is just to get.
Alpaca
Oh no,
356
start.
and descend 9000.
And Alpaca
That's the APU.
356, also fly heading.
Good, inbound to
170.
Umaga. 6 miles to run, so we match the heading.
170 Alpaca 356.
I'm going to switch over back to BR nav. I'll just maintain the heading. That's pretty much
Alpaca
good
1
enough.
Victor Alpha, turn
to
left,
Umaga.
direct Jonah, descend
So
2500.
heading select. Back
Direct
to
Jonah 2500,
nav.
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha.
There we go. And we've been cleared approach, so alarm localizer.
Just 802, you're on frequency.
On the glide, going to select, we're below 205 knots, aren't we? Not quite, just going to use a tad of speed brake just to get below 205. That'll work. There's 200. I'm going to select flaps 18.
New Zealand 815, thank you very much. Keep the speed up, please.
I'm going to book 180.
Perfect.
Once goes checked. What a
Alpaca
CDA.
5, 9 November Zulu, you established.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu. Pass.
Love flying these airplanes. So rewarding. So rewarding.
Alpaca 5, 9 November Zulu, thanks. Contact Wellington Tower now, frequency 118.8. See you later.
Please rate of descent.
Contact Wellington Tower 118.8 Alpaca 59 November Zulu.
Just want to just already do with you.
Roger speeds, there's 180. There's that howl. Beautiful.
802, Wellington approach, good day. Climb flight level 280.
Localizer captured.
Localizer captured, runway heading set, and we'll arm glide slope.
Glide slope captured.
Glide slope captured, missed approach altitude 3,000 feet is set. Can't teach it, guns. 160 is fine. I actually just want to keep speed up a little bit.
Established on the ILS.
And Alpaca 1 Juliet fully established.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, thank you very much. Contact Wellington Tower now, frequency 118.8. Good night.
118.8, Alpaca 1 Juliet, bye. I'm just going to bug 160, that's a good speed for this stage.
All aircraft Wellington Terminal information Echo is now current.
Alpaca 59 November Zulu, continue approach number 2, DA62.
Now look at the ground speed now, 138. That is the wind.
Approach Alpaca 59 November Zulu.
Look at the track as well.
All stations Wellington information Echo is now current. Minor changes apart from the QNH, now 9 and 9 and 3.
Okay, set 9 and 9 and 3. And Tower, hello, it's Alpaca 1 Juliet established on ILS 34 at 8 miles.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, Wellington Tower, good evening. Continue approach number 2, company traffic. It's coming up on a 2 mile final.
Continue approach, Alpaca 3 Juliet. So we're going to go gear down, flap 24.
Alpaca 5 9 November Zulu, DA62 depart.
Match final approach speed, let the aircraft slow down.
Runway 34 clear to land, Alpaca 59 November Zulu.
Approach checklist altimeters set, APU started, brake fans on auto. Reset the QNH 993. Cabin warned, steep approach not required, rad out set, landing checklist, AC pump auto as the aircraft slows down. Hopefully I won't stall, AC pump auto. Flap set for landing, they're coming in now. Landing flap. Look at our ground speed, 107 knots, heading our approach speed here. Probably slow down a little bit early. Flap set for landing, airframe anti-ice off below 500, APU air packs on as required, engine air off. So what we're going to do is turn off engine air, turn on APU air, which is on, so that gives us more power in the event of a go around. The aircraft's getting a little bit low on the glide slope here. 1 dot low. Come on, aeroplane.
Rochester 197.
Not sure why it's gone so slow. It was because I'm probably going so slow. My fault. My bad. The aircraft's trying to stay in it, and I'm getting way low on speed here. My bad. Look at the acceleration though. That's got us back on the ILS. The aircraft was struggling to make the glide slope because it was a little bit below our safe approach speed. There we are, but it's still a tad low. Hopefully it will correct. Ground speed 90 knots. 5 miles out.
Number cubic limits down, wind intention, touch go 34.
I slowed right down here. That's better. Much safer approach speed.
2 cubic limits, same thing again, left orbit.
And there's the runway. Just waiting for a landing clearance, guys. So in these winds, it wouldn't be as smooth as this, I could tell you that. 30 knot winds. With this terrain, we'd be up, down, left, right, fighting across. It's a fixed wind, very smooth. Very smooth. I can guarantee you anyone flying the approaching Wellington tonight would not be as calm as this. It would be very, very bumpy. 30, 50 knot winds up here. This is extremely, extremely smooth. Right, I'm actually going to disconnect the autopilot here.
Autopilot disconnected.
The reason is, it's just putting us a little bit low on the glide down. I can see 3 reds, so my controls. Just going to level off here. Still not being cleared to land. Back on the glide.
1 Juliet, the A320 vacates from A34 cleared to land.
A34 cleared to land, Alpaca 3 Juliet. So I'm not sure what the flight directors are doing as well. The flight director seems to be commanding a 10 degrees nose up, but even though I've got approach glide slope engaged, look at the flight director bar and pitch. It's up at 10 degrees nose up. If anything, I'm a little bit high now, so I'm not sure why the flight director bar is commanding up there.
5 November Zulu, in that case.
It's probably something I've done there. So it is windy, but yeah, the conditions here, weather-wise, are not representative of what would be going on here. Oh, ground speed, 110 knots. It's definitely got the wind, but it's very steady, very stable.
Evening, Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha establishing
you look at any video online on YouTube of guys landing in 25, 30 knot winds, which is what we've got here, and look at what they're having to do in the controls.
1 Victor Alpha, Wellington Target, evening.
Yeah, I'm turning the flight directors off, the guy says it's not good.
It's
not good, get rid.
2 mile final.
A little bit off centre line.
Continue approach, Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha.
Speed's good. We are Cessna speeds, I know, ground speed 108 knots. I have approaching 73 at 100 knots.
Cubic limit, you're number 3 in the sequence.
Number 3 cubic limit.
500.
Checked. This is the amazing Flightbeam studio scenery as well. We'll have a little tour of that. A little high, keep descending. Checked.
Minimums.
Continue.
Minimums.
Continue. Can we get minimums in chat? Looking good here. Scenery's looking epic. But it's not like it's 30 gusting 50 knot winds though, that's for sure. Very smooth. Speed's good.
Flight slow.
Checked. Following Pappies.
50.
Keep descending.
30. 20.
Check.
10.
Close. Hold the altitude.
2 Quebec Lima. Roll out of that orbit. Report sighting.
We're down. That was a nice landing. Speed brakes extended.
We'll make the last orbit and we'll
no reverses. Just going to use a little bit manual braking.
So you can join right base behind that traffic. Number 2. Brake. Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha.
60 knots.
Actually,
stone speed brake. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wellington.
November cubic limit is joining right base behind the 737 on short final.
Flaps coming up.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, welcome to Wellington. And, do you have a stand preference?
Stand by. What was it, 16 or 17 that person said?
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha, Avro vacates from A34 cleared to land.
I think someone said 16 or 17, didn't they?
1 vacate, Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha clear to land.
Yeah. Stand 16 or stand 17 for the Alpaca 1 Juliet.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, roger. You can taxi Alpha Bravo 6. And just hold short of Bravo on Bravo 6.
Alpha Bravo 6 will hold short of Bravo on Bravo 6. Alpaca 1 Juliet. Perfect. What do you reckon, guys? Do you like the 146? Absolutely love it.
Sorry, good evening.
Really
New Zealand 815,
enjoy it.
that's 347 knots.
815 on tower.
Weather though, Microsoft Flight Sim,
your number,
with the winds, what we've got here is not representative of the conditions, so it was very, very, very smooth. Which is entirely, I was expecting to half-flight the controls, but it was like it was 5 knot winds or no winds. Obviously a strong headwind, but very static in that regard, which is a shame. But it's a small thing to pay, a price to pay. Every sim has its pros and cons.
It's 197 taxi, holding
awesome,
point Alpha 11, runway 34, via Bravo 7 and Alpha.
So there's Bravo 6. Fuse here. So we're going to hold shot of Bravo. We're just going to wait at this dash line here.
Alpaca 1 Juliet, give way to the A320 just coming out of Quebec, and then after that continue taxi, stand 16 via Bravo.
Give way to the A320, once clear, stand 16 via Bravo, Alpaca 1 Juliet, thanks to the ATC. Perfect. Yeah, guys, this scenery by Flightbeam Studios, I think it's one of the best I've ever seen. You wait until I show you all the things that I have. I mean, the terminal is extremely
to Quebec Lima,
well modelled.
The
It's
737
amazing.
vacates, runway 34, you clear touch and go.
So we're just waiting for the A320 here.
Go behind the 737, vacating 9, break Quebec Lima.
He's on 815, expect late landing clearance.
There's this on Bravo 6.
Late landing clearance, he's on 815.
Let's just grab the parking stands chart. Bravo 6 and then stand 16, we're going to go via Bravo Quebec in there as well. Hopefully
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha, take
no static aircraft on there, but that's what
Alpaca 1
stand
Victor Alpha,
was
do you have a
advised. Yeah,
stand
the performance is great as well. Better do a bit of a clean up here.
Negative, stand of your choice.
Air brake spoilers are in, flaps are up, flight directors can come off. A320 is clear.
Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha, Roger, you can taxi standard choice via Alpha Bravo 6, g'day.
Lights and strobes.
Alpha Bravo 6, stand of our choice. Alpaca 1 Victor Alpha, hey, thanks.
Strobes coming off. Lights can go over to taxi actually. So I'm just going to follow the guidance here. So stand 24 is on the left, we're going to follow this one here. Stand 16 is here. Beautiful. TMS can come off. Love that Just Flight have concluded the checklist here. It's really, really good. And it's exactly the same as the PDF tutorial, which is really nice. TMS is off. Weather radar can come off as well. It was on standby the whole time anyway. JTI soft continuous ignition is off. Base is on stand. IP is already fired up. Stand 16.
And on tower, good evening, Alpaca 356 with you. I'll establish on runway 34.
Absolutely stunning.
I'll
catch up with chat shortly. Get back on sound. Love to do the
two,
second sector, guys, but I have a lot on today. I'm actually going flying for real later on this evening. Base 16. We'll get the average connected as well. Guys, I'm very sorry. I still don't have a replay add-on. Where on earth do we park? A320B, let's go on there. I fly the 7-3, let's go with that one. Oh, brakes, well, a little bit past it. Sorry, passengers. Right, parking brake is set. Make sure we've got the APU generator on, APU power available. So APU gen, where are you? External power, don't need that for now. APU generator is already on there, so all we've got to do is shut down the engines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doors to manual and cross-check. Open. You can hear the aircraft falling down as well. Let's get the stairs down. Actually, no, let's get the air bridge.
He's on 815.
So I think if I do the better pushback thing, set Shift P, and then I go to options, I wonder if the air bridge will connect. Jetway. Ooh. Catering baggage. There we are. It's a bit of a low air bridge, but let's see if it connects. The air bridge thing is really, really cool. It always connects and it folds over. You need to have it super low here. Look at the detail here. Look at that. I love it. Oh, that's superb. We've got the bags to load / offload. And we can take the
if it is possible, we'd like to do a IELTS approach runway 34.
Take the beacon light off, which is all the way back here. There we are. Let's just quickly run through that checklist. Shutdown. Parking brakes set. Taxi lights off.
Quebec
Pressurization,
Lima.
confirm depressurized.
Roger.
We've got the doors open
you
now.
can track back to altitude and tracking
pumps will,
to the
well,
south.
I'll leave that on for the APU.
Position yourself as you like for a moment.
We'll just turn that down as well. Hydraulics can all come off. PTUR, engine, hydraulic pumps can come off. Thrust levers, we've already done the fuel off. Pull to ground up, that's fine. Seatbelt sign can come off. Sorry, passengers. Excellent, that's done as well. Fuel pumps off except left inner. Oops, wrong one. Left inner. Heaters can come off. Ice detection system can come off. Doors equipment is required, and that's it. We'll leave it in this sort of transit shutdown state for the next crew. There we are. And here we are in Wellington. Absolutely stunning. Let's have a little catch up with chat. I also just say thanks to Flightbeam Studios for sending me or giving me access to this scenery. I just wanted to preview it for you so you can have a look here, because it is absolutely bonkers how nice it is. Jumbolino, wrong fuel pump for the APU, caught at the end there. Thanks to the great stream, said Sander, was so good to be able to catch one live. Always love the mini jumbo too, thank you very much. Here we go, Cam's pilot. The flight director was commanding the go-around pitch on approach, triggered by the autopilot disconnecting button being pressed twice. I need to check that logic and fix as required. Thanks, Cam's pilot, that would explain it. Yeah, you know, flight director guidance for pilots, if it's not giving you the guidance you need, your visual, get rid of it and continue visually. But good to know, and there's lots of little quirks with this aircraft different to the 7.3. Jenna Hofer, too many buttons to push and levers to pull for the amateur to cope with. A lot going on there. I was really happy with that approach though. Nice CDA, great vectors from ATC, fully staffed the whole way, which I wasn't expecting at all. What do you run your settings at? High-end, Captain Shaquille Oatmeal. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I was in Wellington in real life a few weeks ago. The scenery is spot on, so I've heard here. Anyway, I want to show you this scenery here because it is one of the most spectacular sceneries I've ever seen. Really, really nice. Also, I don't have replay too. And it's $20, which is really reasonably priced as well. Let me just get my blurb up for the scenery here. So I'm going to go to drone cam. Oh, hello. And let me just speed this up a little bit so you can see what's going on. So drone speed, there we go. So we'll start on the threshold of 3-4. Sort of a scenery review here. I don't usually do dedicated scenery reviews, but Debs always say, oh, we'd love you to fly in, and could you just have a quick spin around when you get there and to show people? I was like, yeah, absolutely. So I mean, look, starting off here on the threshold with the approach runway 3-4. Mate, look at this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let me turn up the sound here. You can probably hear the waves in Microsoft Flight Simulator. There you go. Absolutely stunning. You got all the local scenery and buildings nearby. No idea what this is, but it's there. Buildings all nearby. The airport itself has all the correct lighting, taxiway guidance, as it is in 2022. Latest real world taxiway layouts and newest construction has all been included. Been all the detail all the way there. Down on the taxiway. For those of you in Wellington, I've already said it really seems to match their real world counterpart, which is awesome. Obviously this is the other side of the airport. There's the control tower. Is that the tower all the way over here? Must be. Or somewhere else it is. Not so sure, but there we are. We've got some local shops nearby, Barbecue and File, Rebel Sports, and other places as well. But it gets even better when you come over to the main terminal. I mean, you've got all the rocks here. Absolutely stunning. There's Jetstar just taking off. That's the one who I had to wait for taxi out here. We've even got graffiti. I noticed this yesterday. Look, someone's put a Flightbeam in graffiti. It's really cool. But they've had the old Yobbo teens around. All the barriers for the protection, sea barriers, I don't know what they're called. I can't remember. Car parking, hangars here. But check out inside this terminal. Boom. Look at this! There's a gigantic eagle on the ceiling! What on earth that's doing there? Look inside this terminal. The detail, the quality is exceptional. Well, guys, a little bit of a surprise of you, and I always like to do them. Who would like to win a copy of this scenery? From myself, I've just noted yesterday that Flightbeam Studios have a gift voucher. You can buy gift vouchers, and I'll happily send out to anyone watching a $20 gift voucher so you can purchase amazing scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's even a Burger King for you to drive into. There are other fast food joints available. Excellent. So what I'll do, let me find the 146. And I've only just shown a small part of his scenery, but you've got high detail, dynamic jetways, immediate surrounding area, detailed exceptionally well, true directional taxiway lighting, dense amount of custom tarmac, objects, quoting them as well here. So what I'll do, I'll just get Nightbot set up in the background. I think most of you are familiar with my giveaways, know that when I do scenery giveaways, I just ask for something very simple in chat. So all you've got to do in chat, very important, only do it once. If you enter it more than once, you won't have a chance of winning the giveaway. Put in the 4-letter ICAO code for this airport, okay? Begins with N, ends in N as well, and all you got to do is put that in chat once. Lowercase or uppercase, it doesn't matter. Alright, just put that in. A better viewer of this stream wins. Rigged. Excellent. Anyone could enter. All you got to do is put in exactly what I'm seeing in chat there. And if you are the lucky winner, get in contact with me via social media. You can message me now only on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook messaging, I was unable to message to everyone there, so I've just turned it off. So Instagram messaging is live. Twitter, you can message me. If you don't have any social media, you can also message me on or via my email address, which is on my YouTube page. On the About section, go to Business Inquiries. There's my email address. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell icon whilst you're there as well to stay up to date with the latest content. But yes, that is the correct code in there. I'll keep it going. Thank you very much, Listerman. Appreciate that. Cheers, bud. And then I'll get that sent to you. Just let it run for another minute or so. Amazing ATC all day on VATSIM from New Zealand VATSIM. Regular, usual voices I heard there. Grayson was amazing in Auckland as well, but all the ATC was great. How much fuel did we actually land with in the end? Plenty. 4 tons. So we didn't even use all of that extra fuel, even though we ended up going the wrong way for a short while, but that was just ATC trying to squeeze us in there. Thank you very much, Vision Thing. Great flight. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream at a bit of an unusual time. Excellent. Looks like pretty much most people have finished the poll. Can't see any new ones coming in there, so I'll roll it. The winner of the scenery giveaway, the $20 Flightbeam Studios gift card, is ONF. ONF, a channel member. Oh no. Rigged. Here we go. Well, a member's not won it for a considerable amount of time, so well done, ONF. You are the winner. Well, you might as well message me on Discord. I'll get you all sorted out. We do. He says, "Wow, he's here." Get you all sorted out today before I go to work. I'll get that gift voucher sent out to you, and then you can purchase this scenery. Or you can buy the Auckland one. It's up to you. You can buy any of the Flightbeam Studios scenery with it, but the Wellington one is an exceptional piece of scenery for you. So $20 coming your way there. No problem, ONF. Well done, buddy. Well, that's it, guys. Yeah, sorry, no replay add-on, it's still third-party. I know Microsoft Flight Simulator includes one, but you have to sort of have dev mode active, and you have to press record and then stop recording and whatnot, but I'll look into getting that there for some future streams. I know you guys all like your replays and stuff, and obviously an X-Plane is quite easy to use here. Requires a third-party add-on for now. Amazing, it was great fun to stream at a slightly different time than usual, a little longer stream than I was planning as well, but a great fun flight. The 146 from Just Flight is available, 50 quid, very, very reasonably priced, great add-on, mixing the old with the new, perfectly usable online, lots to do, great documentation included, thoroughly enjoy streaming it every time. Be sure to grab that. Thank you very much to Flightbeam Studios for access to their scenery as well. Both their Auckland and Wellington scenery you saw today is available for $20, as you've just seen, for both Auckland and now Wellington. Very, very nice indeed. I'm going flying later, and I won't be live again until the middle of next week. I've got a full block of flying. I'll keep posted on social media when I get the chance. Thank you very much to everyone that popped in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. To everyone that donated, thank you very much for your generosity. To all the members, thank you very much for your continued support. Guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheerio.